start off with, looks like some Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown. Then we're going to go to Hidden Fates and then a 151 box. Now, if you guys notice on the website, I did just put up today some 1999 2000 base set heavies. So the way that's going to work is if somebody buys some of these to be opened up, as long as, I don't know yet, the price is going to be $800, which is the same price as the previous base set heavies that we had. However, if I open them up and the hollows do have 1999 2000 dates on them, I'm going to change the price to $1,000. So right now I'm charging it as if it's going to be a regular hollow, regular base set, because most likely that's what it's going to be. However, there is a chance with 1999 2000 base set boxes that you can't really see that, but let me see if I can pull this up right there. This is made in Australia. There is a chance that the hollows will have the 1999 2000 copyrights. However, we just won't have any way to know. Oh, wow, something said OBS Studio disconnected, reconnecting. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. If you can't, let me go check the it's showing that I'm still live. I got good connection. So I'm hoping that you guys can still actually see me. OBS is over here having a fit saying that you guys can't see me, but looking at the YouTube live control room, it says there's still everything connected. But yeah, good to see Ghost in here. Somebody did beat you. 2 people beat you today. There was actually Zard Lurking and Tom Bystander, so that was pretty cool. But all right, let's jump into it. Very first opening we have for Donnie. He got a Stellar Crown box. He also has the next one too, but I'm going to do them separate since he had separate order numbers. So we're going to start off with Stellar Crown. So this is the newest release set, released on Friday. And we pulled, I think, the big SIR last week, the Terrapagos, or is it Terrapagos? Because I kind of like the way Terrapagos sounds, but Terrapagos sounds like it would actually be accurate, I guess we could say. All right, let's jump into it. All right, you guys say you can't hear me, so that's good. Grim Snarl, pack 1, nothing there. Check says, can't wait for my uncut base wrapper. So you actually got the last one before I have to go through and cut more off, which has been a long time. I really don't like cutting down from the roll, but it's pretty cool in an art set of 3 rather than just all stuck in a single roll. First hit, we got a Blastoise EX. So I don't know if I'm going to go up on price or what I'm going to do there. That's why it's still sitting at quantity 0 right now. Genzo's Jar says, haven't seen a live stream of yours in a while. Glad to catch one. Hope all is well. Yeah, everything's been pretty good. Auctions went pretty well last week. I took a bath with some of those cards. I definitely lost some money from what I paid into them, but that's all right. Sometimes you just got to move with the market. Milcery. Kind of looks cool. Is it supposed to be milkery? It's supposed to be milkery. It's got 1 attack. Mumble. Tom says, good luck, everyone. Donnie, if you're in here, let us know. We are opening your packs right now. Hey, Momo. Ghost said he is tempted on the base set. Yeah, anyone who can get it. If it does have 1999 2000 hollows, is whoever buys in before that, which a lot of people don't even care. So, I mean, some people might prefer the original base set. But the 1999 2000 hollows, they're pretty tough to come by. Sometimes the packs will have those, sometimes they won't. Even if all the other cards, like all the non-hollows, should be 1999 2000, but there's really no price difference in those and the regular. Sometimes the corrected Vulpix sells for more because that's where that's the release where you can get the HP 40 instead of the 40 HP, or 40 HP instead of the HP 40. Zard Lurking says, Rusty, not sure if you noticed, but it seems like tag team cards are becoming very popular. People buying a lot of singles on eBay. I mean, I can see them running out too. I mean, that was the end of Sun and Moon, so it's been a minute. I think it's pronounced like Galapagos. Yeah, it makes sense. Like Terrapagos. I'm from the South, so we like to emphasize our words sometimes. So Terrapagos, you know, like give it that long A. Zard Lurking says, might be nice to do a tag team, Cosmic Eclipse, etc. for box or for a break. We haven't done one of those in a while. I don't know if I have any myself, but I can look and see if I do. If not, I could probably order some, but it's like I'm not going to get a special deal on a Cosmic Eclipse box, you know. And then when you sell the packs, like I want to buy it. I want to buy a box so that, you know, we've got pretty decent odds, you know, on the packs being just fine. But then usually the single packs are a lot cheaper than the box premium, so it's kind of hard to sell packs. But maybe we could do something. Cinderace. It was similar to like that Flashfire box. You could buy packs for $50 a piece, but then you go, you know, to buy a box, it's like $3,200. So what do you do? Like I had to charge $100 a pack, so it was like twice as much as the packs, as you could find them loose. So people really didn't want to buy them. They did sell through eventually, though. Ooh, I think that's one of the SIRs, right? Hydrapple. So that's pretty cool. I think that's a big hit. I mean, I don't know what it's worth. Maybe one of you guys could let me know. Gotta get these. All right, we're through the first half of the box. Still got the second half to go. I don't think we pulled that one last week. We pulled like a regular full art Hydrapple. There's a gulping, man. He likes him some cake. Look at that. You start putting a red and a green apple side by side, I start thinking of apple pie. Man, I could eat some apple pie. Hot apple turnover. Oh yeah. We pretty good tonight. We had grilled cheese with chicken noodle soup. You know, Campbell's right out of the can. But I usually do a pretty decent job with a grilled cheese. Nothing too fancy. Just butter in a pan. Use some Wonder Bread. Piece of cheese in the middle. Grill it nice and golden on both sides. Make sure that the cheese is melted. Now I like cobbler too, because that crust can really make something. But I like both. Cobbler, that usually works out a little bit better because it's going to be more well cooked. And pie, sometimes people mess up and they don't cook the apples that well. And I don't really like crunchy apples. I want them nice and soft. I want the filling just to be just like in my mouth, swirling around. I don't want to be crunching through anything. Venusaur EX. Zard Lurking. I think a lot of people, like myself, got back into the hobby right before the boom when those sets first came out. Hidden Fates and Cosmic Eclipse was my favorite sets. Well, we do have Hidden Fates on the site. I think we do. Maybe Donnie bought them all because that's what's next. Hidden Fates. Crispin got a nice full art. Aaron says, kind of digging what they did with the borders on the set. Yeah, the especially, well, do we have one on here? Well, the special art rare like Terrapagos and the Latia or the Lapras CX, the one that's got like the whitish background. I kind of like the rainbow borders around the edge. This is a 2-hit pack. I don't know if we've had that yet. So we got a illustration rare with the Joltik, and then we have a sparkling crystal. Thanks again, Aaron, for your help. That was definitely well worth it. I got your information from Jim Mint. He sent it over. For some reason, I thought I'd gotten your phone number at the Charlotte Collecticon, but like, I don't have his information in here. I saw you on Facebook, but I was like, I don't ever get on Facebook. I'm going to send you a message, and then I'll never get back on Facebook to check. So he sent me your phone number. Add some Dukes to the grilled cheese. Are you talking about mayonnaise? Dude, no. Mayonnaise. I mean, I don't put mayonnaise on anything. That sounds awful putting it on a grilled cheese, though. I know some people like their mayonnaise, but whew, I can't do it. Like, if mayonnaise is on something, like, I'm not eating it. Like, I will be a snob and turn my nose up to the best cheeseburger in the world if you stick mayonnaise on it. Nick said, yeah, butter's the way to go for cooking grilled cheese. I don't do the whole mayo thing. Yeah, me either. Momo says, picked up some apple cider at the farmer's market here in New York City. Yum. I'm not big on like apple cider. In fact, even when I was a kid, I didn't really like apple juice. It just tasted weird to me. I loved apples, but I didn't do it. As I've gotten older, I like apple juice now, but I'm still not a fan of apple cider. All right, let's go back to the hits for Donnie. Got an EX there. There's a illustration rare. Got the sparkling crystal. There's a full art. Another EX. Another illustration rare. There's a special illustration rare. EX. I think you did pretty good, man. You hit 2 regular full arts. Got 2 A specs. 3 illustration rares. Got 6 regular EXs, and then you also got the 1 SIR, so not a bad box. Gatman says, try it. Oh, man. I've accidentally tried mayo before. I've accidentally... In fact, you guys might not believe me, but I did 2 things on food in high school that were pet peeves. One was about mustard, and then the other one was about mayo. And I even did like a little science breakdown of what mayo was. And at the time, when it was like 65% emulsified egg and fat, and I don't know, it was just awful. It's like, I don't eat any of that. I mean, I like egg, but not raw egg. All right, Donnie, you are next. We have the Hidden Fates right here. Pack number 1. Oh man, nice. Pack number 1 hit the shiny Leafeon GX. Bam. Leafeon. It's not up there. It's not as expensive as the Umbreon, but it's still a good hit, that's for sure. Just Yuri, he's with you. A lot of people saying they don't like mayo, but looks like we got a couple people in here that do like the mayo. All right, there's Wigglytuff GX. Zard lurking. Rusty, besides 151, do you have any other favorite set from Scarlet and Violet? I mean, I like opening Obsidian Flames just because I like Charizards, but 151 I think is by far the standout set. After that, I mean, probably the other specialty set, Paldean Fates, I think is better than the Shrouded Fable. Ghost says, remember Patty Mayonnaise from Doug Cartoon? Yes, I do, man. So the first Halloween my wife and I had together, I was Quail Man and she was Patty Mayonnaise. So you can probably find a picture of me maybe on my wife's page on Facebook. But I had the belt around my head, the underwear on the outside, all that. We even had a dog. Gatman, now we know why you don't like it. I've tasted it accidentally before too. I used to hate it when I'd go to McDonald's and they'd stick all the condiments on there because I don't ketchup, I don't do mustard. I don't like their onions. I do some onions now, but I'm not a big fan of them. Mayonnaise, ranch, keep it all. No, thank you. Charmeleon, ooh, there you go. Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno GX. Now this isn't the Stained Birds promo, but it's still a nice looking full art. Haven't seen that one in a while now. But congrats, Ghost, for 25 months at the Charmander level. Impressive. Zard Lurking said, I just pulled that Leafeon last week in a Charizard 10. Nice. Ooh. Got a gold rare too. Aether Paradise Conservation Area. You're doing pretty good on these packs. Mewtwo GX in the test tube in the set. No, that is Shining Legends, right? I'm starting to like doubt myself. I think it's number 78 out of 73. And yeah, I think that's the one. Ooh, I've got another one. Got a shiny full art Lycanroc GX. You can get a Mewtwo GX that's shiny in this set. It's not the test tube one. Oh yeah, Ghost confirmed it already. I guess I should have just looked down. Should have known he had already given the answer to that. Momo, I have veganese, not mayo. Man, I feel for you, vegan. That's gonna be tough. Ooh, and a shiny Eevee. I don't think I do vegan on any part of my meal usually, unless I'm eating something like carrots. Usually I've got something that's from an animal on everything, or I cooked it in something that was from an animal. No, I don't do tartar sauce, Ghost. That's not me either. All right, from your 10 packs, you got 2 full art shinies, 1 gold rare, 1 regular full art, 1 baby shiny, and 1 GX. Let me get all these in here. Check says I've ripped so many of these ETBs. I think these packs are from ETBs, because there was a while there you could pick up cases for like $1,400 or something like that. So I was just like, I could sell the packs for more, and then I can take the stained glass bird promo and just grade that thing and sell it. All right, next up we have Kellyan, and I believe he said he was asleep about 6 o'clock or so. He said it was 2 a.m. where he was, so he was going to have to wake up and watch it. But when you do watch this, thank you for your business again. I know you were here last week. I believe that was the first time I'd seen you here on the channel. You had bought a few 151 boxes then. I don't think we hit anything big. We haven't hit anything big out of a 151 box in a little bit now, so maybe it's about that time. Momo says, I'm not vegan. I just can't do regular mayo. Man, I don't even... I guess they have vegan mayo. Ghost said, must be a few orders lined up tonight. This is the last one that's in line for tonight, or that I know of, that was before the live. But once I get through with this one, I'll check the website and we'll see. So this is order 64 or 6704. So if you're order 6705, you're going to be next. If there's not anything, it's unfortunate, but we'll find something to fill the time in. Momo said, right, he was in Scotland. I'm not really too sure, but that sounds about right. All right, pack number 1. Got a Wigglytuff EX. Oh, I didn't even look to see if it was the Master Ball. Not the Master Ball, thankfully, because that is a Venonat. W. Porter, forgive me, I'm new to the channel. How do I get in on a pack opening? Been a follower for a long time, and I've bought graded singles from you in the past. So, anyone else who's asking, right there, buy here, tcagaming.com. You can just put TCA Gaming into Google. Probably one of the first links that come up. On the website, there is a section where you can pick packs for live opening. Usually, it's just about anything that's available, but you can select open live, and it'll be like no bulk or bulk. Like this one, like he wanted all the bulk cards, but if you don't like the bulk, you know, the non-hits or whatever, you can save a few bucks. But that's where you access it from, and the order will come up on my end, and then you'll see your name and your order number, and then I'll ship the stuff out tomorrow. First Tomo says, cleaning my house and lurking. I don't know why. I haven't been able to listen to as many PokeTubers lately. Every now and then I'll listen to something about the presidential race, and it's like, man, that stuff gets old too. So then I'll switch to listening about somebody else. And like there was a guy that I listen to every now and then that I've just recently picked up on. It's like Asmongold or something. Usually I can listen to him. He gets kind of vulgar at times, but it's kind of unique to hear his perspective on things. There's a few other people I've tried listening to as well, but usually I've got to run back to some music and just jam out, because if I lose my focus too much, I find myself like not getting as much done. Like my progress is just hindered. I know some people it doesn't affect. They can listen to that kind of stuff all day long and it doesn't affect them, but for me it slows me down a little bit. Ooh, nice. Got the Charmeleon. It's a nice illustration rare or art rare. Should still have 2 more of those, and then we should have 1 SR. Hopefully we'll have like an SAR or something like that. Check says, parents called me Justy. Then here we have Rusty. Ghost said, I got a sink full of dishes. As a kid, that was the one chore that I did not like to do. My mom did it. She was definitely a person of service. She was always helping people and doing things for our family, never complaining about anything. Kyle says, I don't see Hidden Fates as an option. They may have sold out. I may have only had 10 packs available. I'm not too sure. I've got more packs. I just don't, maybe I didn't have more set up on the website. Bill. Is this Bill's transfer? So it looks like that might be the SR for the box. Hopefully, maybe we'll run into a God pack. I do have more Hidden Fates, but if you don't see them on the website, they may just be out of stock at the moment. And what I'll do is, if they are, I'll just check it right after this order. Still haven't seen the Master Ball yet. I feel like we have the Master Ball towards the bottom of the box more often than not. Although we did hit 2, in the first few packs? Ooh, nice. Got the Mewtwo. I bet this would have been a bigger chase on the English side if it hadn't been in the UPC. Momo said, I grew up washing. So you got a Master Ball leftovers. That'll go with that Hydra Apple. Momo says, I grew up washing dishes for a family of 6. It was awful. To this day, still don't have a dishwasher. I definitely have a dishwasher. Although sometimes I don't want to use it because it's like, if you put it on a normal setting, it's like 3 hours or something dumb. And it's really loud too. So I usually run it through the quick wash, or if we have some big stuff, I'll just wash it really quickly because, you know, it doesn't take hours on end to wash a sink full of dishes. And I'm very meticulous about how stuff is washed. Ooh, you did pretty good on the art rare selection that you picked up. Your SR wasn't that great. We got a Bulbasaur, a Charmeleon, and a Mewtwo. Zard Lurking Rusty, do you ever catch yourself saying a cuss word when you get hurt or without thinking, or just stay pretty filtered? No, I have at times. I try to monitor myself as much as possible, but it happens more so when people aren't around. I try to definitely monitor what I say much more so when I'm around other people. Like on here, we've had bad stuff happen. I don't know if you guys have ever heard me cuss on here. Try to keep it clean too, especially anytime I'm around kids. But if I find that it filters in more when I've got that kind of stuff going in, like I'm listening to it because I'm watching a show. I'd use like we were trying to watch what was it, like Yellowstone, but we ended up having to watch it through. You guys ever heard of VidAngel? You know, like it filters out any cuss words or any types of scenes that you don't want to see, and it'll just like bleep it out of the show. So that was really nice because that show, man, oh man, there was so much cussing in it. But I was still kind of interested in the plot line. But with VidAngel, it definitely made it a lot easier. All right, so here are your 3 main. I mean, honestly, these are probably your big 3 hits right there. You do have your Master Ball with the leftovers, and then there was your SR with the. I think it's Bill's, or it might be Bill's Analysis. Is that Bill's Analysis? I think I said Bill's Transfer before. All right, let me get these put up, and then I'll go check the orders. Michael said tough pulls. Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, the art rares were pretty good, but I think that was the highlight. Ghost said exactly. Our dishwasher takes hours. Might as well hand wash them properly in a much shorter time period. Momo said, will he get the Squirtle? He got the Mewtwo instead. Ghost said, definitely keep it PG here. I've never heard you swear, and I've been around forever. Man, if anybody would know, it would be you. Someone like Spection and a few others who are on here all the time. Oh yeah, looks like we have several orders in. I see 4 orders coming up. 2 from Chi, then Justin, then Michael. I'm going to restock Hidden Fates if I can find them quickly. I'm scrolling. Must be in here somewhere. Let's search for them. I've got over 100 products technically, but I keep most of them out of stock. I don't want to have like 30 different options. So what I'll do is I'll put, I think I've got 20 packs right there. So I'm going to put quantity 2 available if you guys want them. They'd been up for a while. Nobody's just bought them, so I'd almost forgotten that I had those. Okay, so Hidden Fates should be up on the website, but I'm going to proceed with the next order, which is Chi. Chi has the next 2 orders, but I'm going to do them separate since they've got 2 separate order numbers, just in case they're a little different. All right, so we have a Stellar Crown box, no bulk. Too easy. Chi, you have been around. You've given me some great business, and I definitely appreciate it. I'm always happy to see your name in the lineup. It's really nice to see customers who come back, because after what had happened where there were several people, it was probably just one guy, but he made several different accounts and different names, and it was like chargebacking. I manually approve every single order now, just to be sure that everything's kind of going through on the up and up. But I still worry a little bit when I see somebody come through and it's their first purchase. But if I can talk to them, especially in chat or something, that gives me a little bit of confidence that they're going to be okay. Andrew Schrantz, what is up, man? Oh, dude, you got to come out and play some ball with us. So if you guys see Andrew in here, he I went to school with his brother, and Andrew is the younger brother, but man, he could play some ball. I haven't seen you since you were out on our basketball court right as it was being put in. And then Chi, if you are in the chat, we're opening up your stuff right now. But man, that's pretty cool to see you in here, dude. You still collecting, or do you collect any Pokemon anymore? I know a while back I was going to grade some cards for you, but it just, it didn't work out. He says that's a side effect of Burke County. Yeah. For sure. Check says, Ghost, have you ever used your TCA knife? I know a few people who have. I don't know if Ghost specifically has or not. He says he keeps it oiled and ready in his living room. Yeah, you got to keep it oiled. It's not stainless steel, so it's kind of like your cast iron skillet. If you don't keep that thing oiled, it'll rust up. But it's strong. Pyro 4, KTCA, love your stuff. Remember buying your mystery boxes back in the day and loving every second of it. Man, I'm glad to hear that. He said, wish you would do those again. I've thought about it, but man, I'd just rather sell the product and move along with it. Right now, with the way the market is, it's up and down, up and down. It's hard to gauge prices on a lot of things. But those were fun. I sent out a lot of high-end mystery boxes to random people. Some of those would have been cool if they just kept them sealed and never opened them up and then looked at them years later. Because all of those, almost all of them that were high-end, that were like 1,000 plus, all of those were like individually made. I would kind of cater it to whatever they wanted. There's the Joltik again. Nice looking card. The $100 ones, $500 ones, I think those I made in, not in mass, but, decent group amounts. I don't think I ever got a negative feedback on them. Maybe I had one that was returned. I did have one that was returned that the guy ended up wanting it. It just got stuck in the mail, but it happened like around the COVID timeline. He'd bought it for like $5,000, but there was a base set 2 box in there, and like that was just a portion of it. And by the time that he got it, it was worth way more than what it was originally bought for. Nerd says, I got 2 Japanese 151 booster boxes from you. I asked you to sign an energy for me. Sounds good, man. If I don't read that or if I don't do it, just start spamming the chat and I'll make sure that I do it. Martial Law, what's up, dude? Looks like the Worm Gang is in here. Every time I see that, man, I just think of like the sour gummy worms. That's the flavor I don't want. I don't like the green and the orange. I go for like the blue and red. Green and orange is all right. I mean, what is it? Yellow also comes with red. Like I just want to eat the red. I don't want to eat the the yellow side. Good to see African Veteran in here. Lucario. I think this box we still got a room for a good hit in here. A couple other illustration rares. Third said you sent them a few months ago and signed the card already. Gotcha. One less thing for me to remember now. Momo agrees. Blue and red is way better. Alright, there's the first half of the box. Martial Law. Rusty, you seem like a candy corn guy. You know, I'm really not. But I can't say that without also saying that I just ate like a handful of candy corn. My wife, she puts stuff out for Halloween really early. Like our inside of the house is pretty decked out right now. And she sets out like the cauldrons full of candy and stuff. And one of them is full of candy corn, like fresh candy corn where it's soft. And there's just a difference between fresh, soft candy corn and the stale stuff. Like I never knew as a kid there was any difference, but now I taste the difference. Maybe also it's because it's sitting directly beside of a bowl full, like there's another cauldron, but it's got a bunch of like Christmas lights in it, but it's just like Halloween themed, but it gets really hot in it. And it keeps the candy corn right beside of it warm. Like that's how hot the stuff is. It kind of had me a little bit worried about how warm it was. And so it makes it even like it's just got a little bit of extra something to it being warm, and they're also fresh. Ghost said, showing my dude. Ooh, there's that nice Lydian. We pulled this once before. I thought it was pretty good then too. It's a really nice artwork. Ghost said Kofu is the new Gordy. Martial Law, only old guy candies for you. Man, don't give me any of that. What's that one thing that you'd get for Halloween that everybody threw away? It was like this peanut butter stripe thing. It's like, who wants that? Pokedude, gummy bears is where it's at. I've never been big on gummy bears. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll eat a gummy bear. There ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's definitely not been my choice pick before. Although, I have bought one of those, what is it, like a 3-pound gummy bear that you see in a store every now and then. Ghost, Werther's and those strawberry hard candies with the jelly inside. All right, Werther's, I'm pretty good on Werther's. My mom, she had bought a giant bag last year, and she just set it on the counter over in the house. So anytime I went over to take my son, I would go through the middle right here, and then I would put him to bed, down for a nap on the other side. And when I come back through, I'd always just like grab a handful because they were there. And so Werther's, I was probably eating those every single day last year during the school year. As for the strawberry candies, like I said, that's definitely not a choice of mine, but I would eat them. I thought they were all right. Wes Bragg, what's up, man? Good to see you in here. Momo, Mary Jane's, man, I don't even know what that is. Unless you're talking about something that's, or was illegal. I don't even know now. I think it is in some places, some it's not. Wes Bragg with the Tyrannosaurs. Pokemon Wonder. Hey, Rusty. Rarely can catch a live, but glad to see you. Hope you and the family are well. Is it me or ironic? I can in and you're talking about sweet. You come on in. You know what it is. So Pokemon Wonder, he was here last week and he dropped up like I couldn't. He just happened to come during the time that I was supposed to be teaching my kids some math. And so when I got back up here, he had graciously left 3 boxes of, well, one was chocolate chip, one was Reese's, the other was oatmeal raisin, but it was 3 boxes of cookies. So it was like, yes, you get back up here and somebody's left you a note, they've wrote you kind words, and then you've got cookies. I mean, it was perfect. Martial Law, wax soda bottles. I think I like the way that the wax felt on my teeth more so than the way that the juice tasted inside, because you only get a little bit. Gargant Call EX. African Veteran says, love to see Rotom. All right, maybe we'll pull us one. Here. Nope, not in that one. Hassan said, I used to love the cream savers. I wasn't big on the cream savers, although I really like creamsicles. Like I could eat a bunch of those. Like the orange. I've never been an orange flavor guy, but something about, you know, those orange flavored cream pops that you could get, as long as they weren't like frozen and then refrozen and they were crunchy, that ruined it. But if they were nice and fresh and soft, yeah, I'd get down with that. So Momo said Mary Jane's the caramel peanut butter candy that we wrapped like Tootsie Rolls. Anybody else say Tootsie? Because it definitely spelled like Tootsie, but nobody says Tootsie Roll. Thought that's what you were referring to. Yeah, that's probably, that sounds about what I was referring to. I just didn't know what the name of it was, but now I know. Mary Jane's. Christopher Ondo said, same, always chewed on the wax. Bottle flavor, some kind of juice flavored wax. That's pretty much what it was. All right, Chi, let's look at your box again here. EX, there's a full art EX. You got 2 full arts. Your box is definitely not as good because I think in the previous box it was similar. They had, you know, about this, 6 EXs, had 2 full arts, had the 2 A specs, but it looks like you got 1 less illustration rare, and then you didn't get the special illustration rare. How many hits was that total? 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's see what you picked up here in the next one. So I don't like oatmeal raisin either. However, my wife does like oatmeal raisin, so it was kind of perfect. And I had my cousin just kind of randomly come in. I hadn't seen him in years, and he loved the Reese's chocolate peanut butter cup ones. Oh, look at this. All right, Chi, I do see that you ordered these to be shipped sealed, so the heavy base set box or packs, they'll be shipped to you that way. But let's go ahead and break the box. Since there are 2 on order, I'm going to go ahead and have these weighed out here on camera. So before we get to the next order, let's go ahead and take care of that, make sure everything's good. I don't know if I've ever weighed one of these out. There we go. Now, if you guys are familiar with anything that's from UK or Australia, they should have that long stem right there. As long as we're not sitting on a bunch of resealed packs with Pokemon breeders, it looks like we're going to be just fine. Alright, so let's weigh them out. This shouldn't take too long, too much out of our day, but we'll make sure that we've got 12 heavies in here in case some of you do want to get in and buy this. I'm going to pull this up just a little bit so we've got a little bit extra space. Alright, so Venusaur artwork. And if I miss your chat message right now, it's because I'm going to try to be a little bit more focused. Ooh, see, 20.4. This is the lightest box we've had in a while. That was 20.7, so that 20.7 is probably heavy. So is that's probably heavy. 20.38, that's probably a light. 8.7, uh-oh. Hopefully they're not going to be too hard to weigh. We'll say that's a light. Yeah, that'll be a light. Light. Man, you can tell these things have been sitting for a while. For one, I've had this box in my collection long time. 4-4. There's an 8-0. So we already got 6 heavies on the right side. Let's see if we'll have a 7-5 box. Every now and then you get a box that has 13 or 14 heavies, but it's not too common. I had one box that had 17. I've never been lucky enough to have one of those error boxes where every pack is a holo. That's just nuts. See, we're still sitting on, I think, 6 heavies. There's our 7th. Venusaur. There's the Charizard artwork. So we got there. All right, I think we're up to 9 heavies. So what do you guys think? How many of these boxes do you think are going to be opened up over this next year? If you had to guess, how many boxes are going to be opened up that are just base set? Could be any variation. But on YouTube, across all the YouTubers this next year, if you had to put a number on it, what do you think it'd be? I'm gonna say 60. That's just a random guess. I'm not basing that off of anything really that's tangible. And then last pack, also a light. So it looks like that worked out just perfect. Had 4 heavy artworks of Venusaur, Blastoise, and Venusaur. Look how they where it's been sitting for all those years. And then these are all lights. Looks like we had a few more Charizard artworks on that one. That's kind of cool. But if you're wondering, on the back side here, you can see it's got the curved logo. It's going to have the international seal, and it's also going to say 1999-2000. So all 3 of those things are going to be different from a standard base set booster pack. But we'll get back to the orders. See what people are saying. At least 100. Flowjack says 15. Westbrag says 10. Martial Law says 130, 75, 50. Man, I wonder if there's anybody out there who keeps up with that stuff. All right, Ghost, you are next. Let's see what he's got going on over here. He says, please pull me a Charizard. Thank you. Oh, okay. So he actually went with the heavy. We'll snag a Venusaur artwork for you. Let's see what Ghost has here. So here's the thing, guys. So I would say, I mean, there's max 9 packs left. So if the holo inside of here is dated 1999-2000, I'm going to go back. I'm going to change the prices on these to one. I'm going to bump it up $200. But as it is now, it's just priced as a regular base set pack. And then there is. But anybody who buys in before, like he's not having to pay more. Like I'd never do that. But anybody who buys in before we know, it'll be that price. All right, here we go. We get to open up a base set pack. I don't know if I've ever pulled a 1999-2000 holo, so I'm really hoping that's what comes through here. Wes Bragg says, you can give me a base set box to open on my channel. That would be a nice one. All right. Kind of looks like it would be that card. I'm going to say it's 3 from the back, because that one looks a little different than me. I wouldn't want to spoil it right off the bat. Grass Energy, Water Energy. You guys wish Ghost good luck. And you can see at the bottom here, it is dated 1999-2000 for the non-holos. I've never seen a 1999-2000 pack that didn't have the non-holos correctly dated. It's just the holos for whatever reason. I don't know if they just had less of them or if there was extra holo stock. For some reason, a lot of times the holos, they're just dated regular. We have a Caterpie. Vulpix. What's cool is these aren't the lighter ones. These are actually they've got a pretty decent print quality with the gloss to it. But you can see this is the corrected Vulpix with the 50 HP. Every other print from base set for the Vulpix is going to have HP 50. In fact, there's only one card that is not corrected in the 1999-2000 set. And it's Gyarados. Onyx, Super Potion. Vulgar says predicting red cheeks and Blastoise. That'd be cool. There's a Wartortle. Nice gloss to it. Love that. Growlithe. Ooh, Venusaur. Okay. And you guys can see right here at the bottom, 1999. So these are indeed just regular 1999 instead of 1999-2000 dated holographics. Man, it looks good though. We need to move this back down a little bit, don't we? I see one little white dot in the top left there, maybe one in the bottom left too. They're small, but that's why I like this blue background. It kind of makes it pop out the way I can see it. Because I tell you, it's hard to see anything in the holo full with this light. But I can usually spot out the white dots pretty easy. But still, big pull, man. Congrats on pulling the Venusaur. put this one right here. Didn't get the Charizard like you wanted. But I do find it kind of cool that these got the gloss on the surface of the card. A lot of times 1999, 2000 cards, they're much easier to tell apart from the regular 1999 because they're lighter. These aren't lighter. These actually have decent contrast on the card itself. And it's a nice glossy surface. All right. I'll stop looking at it. But congrats, Ghost. In a way, not congrats because you didn't get the 1999 2000 hollows, but you didn't get the Charizard, but still a good hit. Who called it? So Westbragg said Flowjax called it. Was he the one who called that thing last week? Somebody called the big hit last week. There you go, man. Tom says, would you sell light packs? Yeah, I'll probably sell the light packs. It'll be similar to just like the regular base set packs. All right, next up we have Michael. Let's see what Michael picked up. All right, so he picked up 2 lots of 36 packs of Twilight Masquerade, no bulk. So we're going to open up 72 packs of Twilight Masquerade. I'm getting low, even on light packs for Twilight Masquerade. Man, that's some good handwriting. Usually I have pretty neat handwriting, but when I'm in a hurry, maybe not so much. All right, I'm going to do 36 packs, and then we'll grab another 36. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 29. $33, $36. All right, so these will be your first 36, and then we have another 36 packs after that. All right, and guys, if I missed your chat, if you had a question or something that you wanted me to read or see, and I missed it while I was weighing out that box or opening up that pack, just post it again. I didn't ignore it. It was just I wasn't looking at the chat when I was doing that stuff. Flowjack says, what do I win for calling it? Oatmeal raisin cookies? If you were here, I would give you an oatmeal raisin cookie. Pack number 1, nothing there. African Veteran says, shame it's not 1999-2000. Still a nice hit. Yeah, I know. I want to pull one of those one of these days. I've opened up several 1999-2000 packs now, and I've never pulled a holo other than ones out of starter decks in the theme deck, which is like guaranteed, right? So it doesn't really count. Zard lurking light packs for Twilight. No. I definitely don't weigh modern packs. I don't even know if you can. African Veteran says, Rudy calls this set Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut. Twilight Masquerade. I'm not sure I get it. Full Art Lucian. Is it Lucian? Lucian? Check says, Rusty's the quickest, smoothest pack ripper this side of the Mississippi. Maybe I used to be. I'm a little rusty now. Old school could probably tear through them like nobody's business. Ghost said I pulled a 1999-2000 Holo Mewtwo a few months ago and got a PSA 9. Wow, congrats, dude. Do you know if it was an Australian or if it was a UK pack? I've always heard the Polish ones have the best chance. It's 3 Alakazams. Zach S said, what's your favorite set? My favorite set, man, it's really hard to say. I really like Expedition. I know it doesn't have any secret rares, but I love the orange. Like, I almost love the color of the pack and the box more than I like the cards in the set itself. But I think it's pretty cool that you have those different Charizards. Even though some people don't really like the artworks, I think that they're pretty cool. Base is still really fun, very nostalgic. Any of the Neo sets are fun to open. Neo Destiny is, you know, it's got the most, like a chase, a pull. that, you know, can really hit hard. If I could open up Skyridge, like a full Skyridge box again, man, that would be really sweet. Just because so many of the hollows, they're already going to have good condition to them, but they're also, yeah, they have a lot of value to them. I mean, you're going to lose a lot of value when you open up the box. I don't know if you can make your value back on a Skyridge box. Like that would be almost more impressive than pulling the Crystal Charizard. Started lurking. I heard you say you're running out of light packs. Well, what I meant to say was I'm running out of Twilight packs, like Twilight Masquerade. That's what I meant. Because I did have boxes, but my cases are running low on what I want to sell. And then the loose packs usually I have a lot of. But I haven't been buying as many of the auxiliary products. So I haven't been breaking down as much with the loose packs. Hyper Aroma. Double hit pack. Got the Applin and the A-Spec. So Ghost said it was a UK pack. That's interesting. Urshaluna. Suge Nasty, we need a pack opening Olympics. First to open 1,000 packs wins it all. Dude, I submitted a request to the Guinness World Book of Records to go for the record of the most packs opened up in 24 hours. And they turned me down, said there wasn't enough competition for it. So I was like, come on, man. Like, I was going to start off with, like, I had a goal of at least 5,000 packs in the 24 hours. Was it 5,000? Might have been more than that. Maybe it was 5,000. Maybe it was less. But I was gonna rip into it, man. I think I was gonna set like parameters. You have to like at least sort it by rarity or something like that. Do something really quick like that. African Veteran said the E-Series were great. Suge, when is Weedle opening his Skyridge box? Soon, no? Oh, is he? I didn't know. I didn't even know there was anybody set to open up a Skyridge box. What's Applin? What's happening? MacDoggy, are those loose packs rusty or booster box? This is my order. These are all loose packs. They come from maybe the Greninja, Kingdra, and King Gambit. Those are the only boxes I can think of recently that I've broken open. But good luck, MacDoggy. We still got another 36 after we finish opening up these. Here's a Greninja. This isn't the Greninja we want, though. My first booster box was a Neo Genesis First Edition. Still have the box, the bulk, and the pulls. Now, that's impressive. My first booster box was also Neo Genesis First Edition. And I do have the box, but I don't have the bulk or the pulls. But I do have the empty pack wrappers. Ooh, nice looking pincer there. How much did you pay for yours? I paid 80, or my dad paid 85 from the flea market. Ethan said, still got the heavy base set packs. I'm trying to save up and get one soon. We have heavy 1999-2000. I think there's 9 left. Ghost beat me to it again. Nice Probo Pass. Pyrophoric. What are some singles you think are worth picking up for long-term holding? Well, I've got a video coming out tomorrow, but I'm actually picking up some of the PSA 10 Magikarps in Japanese from the 151 set, as well as the trio for like the special art rares for Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard. There's 3 illustration rares in a row. Got a layer on. Because I think they're at a pretty decent price right now for being the chase of a set that's relatively easy to get right now, but will continue to be something that's opened up. All right, so there's your first 36. Not too bad of a stack. It started out slow, that's for sure. It looks like it picked up on that left side. Yeah, no bulk. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17, 18. 3, 6, 9. There's 11. 12, 15, and 18. All right, so we got another 36 packs coming your way. So these were your hits in your first 36 packs. You had 3 illustration rares right there. 4, 5. So you only had 1 full art. You didn't have any special illustration rares, but you did have 5 illustration rares. So that's more than a box, but I think this is about the same, about 6. And then full art, you're probably light 1 full art, and you didn't have a special illustration rare. So I'm hoping we get you one of those in the second 36 packs. All right. Gatman says 120, I believe, when it first released. My dad bought it for my birthday from Toy Wiz. Oh man, Toy Wiz. Haven't heard that in a while. Suge Nasty, I looked it up. Wheatl's Warehouse doing a box break on 9/28 on eBay Live. Wow. That's so cool. African Veteran, are you buying up any vintage singles right now? I don't think I am. It's kind of crazy to think about, but no, I'm not. Ghost, are these from booster boxes or loose packs? TCA Gaming, Michael is wondering. These are loose packs. They are not from booster boxes. Got a secret rare Blood Moon Ursaluna. Are the secret rares worth anything in this set? Hassan says the only SIR I pulled from Twilight was Lana's Aid. I think we pulled a Greninja in the very beginning. Hassan says I want it to be the Greninja so bad. No, I feel you. Momo, the boxes you mentioned were Shrouded Fable. Where did I pull Twilight from? Yeah, I've only got 1 big box of loose Twilight Masquerade packs. So they would have come from some release around then. Might have been Elite Trainers. I might have got Elite Trainers for this set. And I just broke them down. Because I forgot about that. I didn't buy Elite Trainers for the most recent set, Stellar Crown. Ooh, that looks nice. That's going to be a good one, right? Sinistcha. Double gold star. That was a triple gold star. It's not the Greninja, but I don't even know where the Pokemon is. I'm looking for it. Like, that kind of looks like a Pokemon. Where's the Pokemon? Ghost said he's never seen that secret rare before. Check said Weedle's auctions seem to always go higher than market price. I can never buy anything. Dude, the lives through eBay, they do pretty dang good. Another double pack. Got an A-Spec and a Poltergeist. I think I saw a Poltergeist in there, right? Or maybe. Hold on. Yeah, I did. He was just the one being... He was the under evolution. The lower evolved form. Mac Doggy says you pulled me the secret art rare Greninja. Well, there we go. At least my mind wasn't failing me. I just didn't know who it was. Sam, yesterday I pulled the IR Squirtle and SIR Galvantula from the same ETB. Congratulations on that, man. Sounds like a good ETB. Zard Lurking. Shrouded Fable has to be the worst set from this block thus far. I think it has to be the worst specialty set. I don't know if it's the worst from the block. Momo said that's a great SIR. Tells a story. Does it? I might have to look at that thing again. On the right, it's green. So that's the Pokemon right there? Man, looks like something from Robots. You guys ever seen Robots? Like that little his invention, the invention from Robots. That's what it looks like. That's what it reminds me of. Vulgar XRM says, my first pack was a jungle booster from KB Toys in the mall. It had Hollow Scyther with the no jungle symbol. That's a memory right there. I'm not sure I remember my first pack. I remember buying packs from Media Play. They always had them locked up. David said, "You the best, Rusty." Well, I appreciate it. There's another Lucian. Prototype 100. Have you heard of the Disney card game Lorcon? Well, I've heard of it, but I don't buy any of the stuff. But yeah, I see the stuff people post on Instagram all the time with the PSA 10s. I think I just saw somebody who put up a card. It's like a top 64 or something like that. It was a Let It Go. It's like, oh, that's got to be pretty cool. And it was a pristine 10. Survival Brace. Guard Lurkin. They are pretty easy to hit. Not a huge chase in my opinion. I feel they could have made it a true dark/ghost and released the specialty set on Halloween. Here's Perrin. It's a double silver star, so I guess that's not the SIR. Scyther is like the epitome of back-to-back Perrins. Look at that. Of jungle. And having a no symbol just adds to it. Another Ursaluna. Andrew says, my first box was a Jungle First Edition when I was 12. Put a First Edition foil Dragonite that I still have today. Well, one of those has to be off. Dragonite's from Fossil. So if you know you pulled the Dragonite, it would have been a First Edition Fossil. If you pulled the Jolteon, you know what it was. Then it was the Jungle. We have another secret rare with the Luminous Energy. Check says, you got a full booster box as a kid. Lucky. Yeah, that was me too, man. My dad bought me from, I think I was 12. I might have been 13. $85 Neo First Edition. I remember I didn't pull Lugia, but I did pull Meganium. I pulled Typhlosion. I think I pulled both Typhlosions. Meganium was the one that was most memorable for me because I used that in a deck. Alright, he confirmed it is Fossil. Prototype says, my first booster box for me was a Dragon Frontiers. Pulled a Mew Gold Star. Unfortunately, it has a big print line and damage from the card was stuck to it. But dang, man, what a story. You don't hear much about people having their first box in the EX era, much less a Gold Star set. Hassan says, anyone remember Toys R Us keeping their base set boxes by the cash register? You would buy them when checking out. Man, I don't ever remember seeing a booster box in any type of retail store. Like, at all. Ever. That was like a flea market or potential card store thing. Iron Thorns EX. Look, got some decent color on that one. Getman, any more Crown Zenith sealed boosters you made up going on the site? Missed out on the last batch, and it would be cool for the collection. So the reason I haven't put up Crown Zenith is because they're like tanked right now because of all the Sam's Club prints, and then you got that one guy releasing all the bulk 750 count lots or whatever. So for me, they're too cheap for as good a set as they are. I mean, they're like $350, or so per pack when you buy a box lot. Like, to me, I just think it's a better set than that. Last pack. Ooh, look at that. Finishing off with whatever this is. Hearth Flame Ogre Pawn EX. All right, so it's not a double Gold Star, not an SIR, but still pretty cool. Cool way to end it. I don't think I pulled that one before. Check says, speaking of Toys R Us, that reopened a flagship store in the Mall of America. Pumped to bring my boy. He's a little young yet. We were at a, maybe it was in California. It was in an airport somewhere, but there was like a tiny Toys R Us in it. I mean, I didn't buy anything. My wife got a picture because we thought it was really cool. But all right, your second round of 36 packs. I think you did pretty much a lot better. So you got all of these. Yeah, not too bad, man. All right, let me get these packaged up, and then I'll see if there have been any more orders put into the site. African Veteran said he never actually opened a booster box. I keep a few sealed in my closet. Lots of restraint. Sam says his first was Phantom Forces. Pulled the Silver Dialga. Wow. And got the full art regular Gengar. And he still has them. That's even more impressive. Keeping them after all this time. Alright, so I'm not showing any other orders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys... Let's do a giveaway for it. Let's see if I have any of those. Here, we'll do one of these. These are always fun for giveaways, right? You guys were talking about Crown Zenith. This will be like the end of stream giveaway, but if you guys want to put in an order now through the website, we'll still continue the stream after we do the giveaway. But we're going to do Crown V-Star. That'll be the weird word that you have to put into the chat. So to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is copy and paste Crown V-Star, put it into the chat. You'll have until the end of, whenever we open this stuff up. And then I'll have Nightbot. It'll just randomly select somebody who put that into the chat. And I'll ship it to you for free. But you'll only get the hits from the box. I'm not going to ship everything to you. It'll just be the best stuff. And also, if I did not get to your chat and you wanted me to see it, you might want to wait till all the Crown V-Stars get posted into the chat, and I should be able to see it, and we'll go through it again. Also, for all of you who have given to the medical expenses for the Rawls, definitely appreciate it. Anybody who's bought on eBay and sent me a message saying, hey, I'd like you to donate 10% of the price, that's been great. Definitely appreciate it. If you guys do want any more information about that, that's what's up here. All you got to do is reach out to me, but I've got a video too on the channel about it. They definitely appreciate all this help. All the help that you guys have put out. All right, we're going to start off with a Zoroark V-Star and a Radiant Eternatus. If you guys aren't familiar, this is a high-class set on the Japanese side, which means you only get 10 packs per box, but every pack has a hit. Pack number 2, got a Raikou, at least one hit, that is. Got a Raikou V. Oh, another thing, I haven't mentioned this to anybody, not yet. I think I'm gonna do it in another video as well when I give an update on how much has been given. But Gary King Pokemon, he reached out to me and he gave $1,000. I thought that was really generous of him and his family. He had a similar story, for one of his family members. So I thought that was really cool as well. I didn't even know that he had seen the video. That video only got like 400 views or something like that. It wasn't a whole lot. Next pack, Hatterene V. I think it's usually the last pack. Maybe it's not always the last pack, but I'm thinking it's the last pack has a secret rare energy in it too. So that's pretty cool. Oranguru V. I feel like he's the wrong color. Like he's too green. Isn't he supposed to be like more grayish? Zard Lurking Shoot did an auto capital letter. I don't think capitalization matters, but ooh, there we go. We got a decent SAR. Got the Entei V. Bam, that's a good one. Pulled the AR and a SAR in the same pack. Now sometimes V-Star has 2 SARs, so maybe we'll pull another one, but likely not. That'll probably be the hit of the box. We'll see. Hassan said, love his story and collection. Yeah, his collection is pretty ridiculous. I ran into a family member at my niece's 16th birthday party recently, and he talked about 4 people. He was like, yeah, I watch Pokemon. I like watching Pokerev. I like watching Leonhardt. And then have you ever heard of King Pokemon? I saw him on Pawn Stars, and then there was one other. Oh, he mentioned Logan Paul. And I was like, yeah, I know who those guys are. Because he was asking if I watched their channels as well. Got another art rare with the Phione. And I've probably dealt with Gary the longest. He was in the hobby, well established when I first got in. Hatterene VMAX. All right, last pack. Here we go. Chick said, going with Rattle and some Discord friends to Houston Collecticon maybe I'll meet him there. Yeah, he's only missed a few ever. Garchomp V. And there it is. There's that secret rare energy, last pack. All right, so let's see who's going to win. Here it goes. We're rolling it. X Blake Thompson. And he is a channel member. Look at that. Winner. Congratulations. Hope all you guys send him some congrats as well. One of these days, West Bragg, you might win something. But if you're in the chat, man, hope you're still here. All you got to do is send me an email, and I will confirm your information. Send me your delivery address, and I'll ship this directly out to you. We'll get it out in the morning. If you ever win something here on the channel and you end up grading some of these cards, and you get a good grade, let me know how they turned out. I'd love to see how, like an Entei like that, I think if it went to PSA, it's probably going to get the 10. Usually Japanese stuff is really fairly easy to get the 10s there. But if you end up pulling like a black label or pristine, something crazy, you guys just follow up. It's kind of cool to hear those stories. All right, I'm going to refresh it, see if there's been any more orders. Does look like there is, so we're going to continue on as long as there are orders coming in. Dustin, you are going to be the next order in line. This is order 6709. And he picked up a Stellar Crown box, and we are keeping the bulk. So I'm going to get another one of these. This way I make sure that I don't put the bulk in the bulk box. All right. I think this is, there we go. Yes, this is the third Stellar Crown box. Man, look how loose that wrap is. Straight out of a case, too. These are the ones that I would typically set aside for like opening on the channel as it is, because, man, it's inevitable. If I send something like this to somebody who buys one off of eBay, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you resealed it." It's like I could almost with 100% certainty prove, like through video footage, that it's not sealed, because I got cameras all over the place and I've got my receipts from where I bought stuff. But you're not going to be able to convince anybody of something like that. All right, so let's start in here. Who was it? Was his name Dustin? Yeah, Dustin. Dustin, if you're in the chat, let us know, man. We're getting ready to open up your booster box, and we all wish you the best of good luck. Ghost said good night. See you guys. I'll see you around, man. Thanks for jumping in here. Definitely appreciate all the support that you provide, and congrats on your Venusaur pull. Deluxe Bomb. There's the first hit. Well, Ghost, if you stuck around, we're still going. Most of the time we do sign off, but every now and then we get somebody who will pop in an order, and we'll just keep it going. It's always like a bittersweet thing. Whenever we have a late stream, like I know I got that much more sales, got to connect with you guys, the stream probably went really well. But then, if the stream goes bad, and I don't get to open up a whole lot of product, I get to go home with my wife. So it's kind of a nice thing now to look forward to with Tuesday nights. I don't think we've had a 4-hour stream in a long time. That might push my limits. I don't even know if I could do that anymore. My voice might go. I got to remember to hydrate as I go. African Veteran said, damaged boxes are lucky. I did have one person with 151 boxes. He requested that I send him loose wrap boxes, and he pulled a God box out of one of them. Jack says, I'm calling Terrapagos SIR Lucky Wrap. Pull that turtle. Zard Lurking says, bye guys. Zero Aura, there we go. That's a nice looking one. Programmer X with the 5 gifted memberships. And Ghost, as always, he remembers that Blastoise emoji that you like. He always puts it out there. All right. Yim, Zard Lurking, Robomon, Carl, and the Johnny 007. You were all just gifted a membership from Programmer X. Thanks again, man. Somehow you always make it into the stream. Ghost said, I'm here till the end of the, I guess he meant the stream, even when the streams used to go for hours or more. Because you're a trooper, dude. African said, you bailed on us one night with Chris, though. He's calling you out. Ghost said it's pronounced programmers. Yeah. It's hard for me to uncorrect myself now that I've seen it. Programmers. That's what I said for the longest time. And if you prefer, I can go back to that. Pokemon Wonder, putting the kids down for the night. Have a great night, everyone. We appreciate you, Rusty. We appreciate you too, man. And guys, if you haven't been to Pokemon Wonder's website, he sells a lot of singles on there. I used to send him a bunch of this, like, just random extra stuff that comes out of, like, in bulk. A lot of that goes to him. So if you guys are looking for stuff, you should go check out his site. I think he's got a code on there. Try TCA 5 or TCA 10. One of those two should work. It might get you a discount on your order too. Great guy though. Next time I'll stay and eat with you guys when you have supper. I bailed on him when he invited me over for supper. Momo, good night. Pokemon Wonder. Programmer X. My wife says you should go back to saying programmers. All right, programmers it is. Got the sparkling crystal. That I just missed. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think anything happened right there. However, Dustin, if you get your sparkling crystal and you say that card was just absolutely damaged, you let me know and I will take care of you. Got the Orthworm. Programmers, you should get some kind of cool something for your P, like for your icon, because as it is right now, it's just like it's just the P. Everyone else has like something cool in there that I see in here quite often. Think of something that would be make it unique for you, like something that shows that you give away memberships to everybody. Because I've been in other streams and Programmers is in there and he's just like dropping memberships left and right. Joe said Orthworm is a derpy looking mon. It looks like an Orthworm. Catman, the Tauros artwork is so nice in this set. Reminds me of the old school art style. There's another Orthworm. Momo is calling Lacey SIR. We haven't pulled an SIR. Well, we pulled one SIR, but that was actually from a different case. So this case, the second and third box came from a different case. So the second box didn't have, that was for checks, right? I don't think he had an SAR or yeah, special illustration rare. And so far this box hasn't had one either. Are there pull rates out for how many SIRs are in a case? Or does it vary? Programmer X says I'm just really lazy. Well, I feel you on that one. Does mine have something special? Oh, I guess it does. Oh man, look at that. Who called it? Momo. Called the Lacey. There it is. Dang. Not only called the SIR, called the exact SIR. Ghost said every box has an Orthworm. Check says, are they not running out of ideas for Pokemon yet? You can tell they're struggling with names sometimes. I think for new Pokemon... Ooh, wow, look, got a Cinderace as well. Got a double Silver Star and a double Gold Star. So Momo says Danny Phantomp's rates are 1 in every 3 booster boxes. Well, somebody like that would definitely know. And a nice Lily. This box is warming up on this left side. Dude, Danny, isn't he training for like a marathon or something? Man, there's no way I'd want to run a marathon. I feel like I could train and do something like that. I would be so bored. 26 miles. Oh. Then you have all the training that leads up to it too. But he's doing like a pack giveaway for every mile he runs or something crazy. So if you guys are looking for some free stuff, go check out Danny Phantom. Hassan says Pokemon is not on the level Yu-Gi-Oh is though with the names. Well, they just reprint the exact same card. All right, last pack. It was a Zera Aura. All right, so let's look at the hits again. There's the SIR, and you had a double Silver Star, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So yeah, so like these were the 3 hits that like you got one of these and an extra that Chex didn't even get. So he only got 2 illustration rares, didn't get the special illustration rare, and then didn't get like the special full art. So it's kind of cool that it varies that much from box to box, but at the same time, it's also, you know, not that great that it varies that much. I think I'm actually going to put the bulk in here because there's no way that's going to fit in 2 things. I don't know why I put down 2. Because this is how I used to do them. What I'd do is I'd keep the box that the stuff come out of, I'd put the bulk in it, and then I would package up all the hits. It looks kind of like this. Just got like the bulk in there. And then these are all going to a package itself. HK, do you have any difficult collecting goals currently? Actually, I'm kind of like I'm trying to narrow down my collection. I wish I had bought more of the 151 when they're at $50. Like I was buying a good decent amount. Like I told you guys, those boxes at that price, like this is just crazy. And now look at them. I mean, I'm selling them on eBay for $104.99, and they're not selling super fast, but they're still selling every day, getting a few sales here and there. Last week I had them at $99.99, and I was selling like a dozen or more a day. So I think those boxes are going to continue to rise unless we see reprints of them. Nice shaky camera. All right, let me refresh this, see if there's been any more orders put in. Oh yeah, so we have Tomislav. What did he pick up? He picked up a Stellar Crown booster box as well. And also keeping the bulk. Wait, that's Dustin. Looking at the wrong order. He picked up a Japanese 151 box, and he's not keeping the bulk. Oh, I forgot to put down the order number. I should always put that down first. You guys ever accidentally turn on like the auto scroll when you're using your mouse? You go to stop and then the page just keeps going. That's what just happened to me. All right, Tomislav, if you are in here in the chat, let us know, man. We wish you luck, and I hope that we see a monster 151 box for you. Chick says, I like running if there's a purpose, like basketball or whatever, but running to just run, nah. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Momo says he is, but he has the body type for it. Oh, I must have missed the other one. Yeah, I saw him in person, dude. He's like super skinny. Looks like the packs got shifted up a little bit. All right, here we go. There we go. I'm a little OCD about that stuff. All right, pack number 1. Zard Lurking says, everyone's subscribed to Nightbot. No Master Ball on that one. All right, pack number 2. Check says, I just picked up the 2013 Champions Festival Champion card. Pretty psyched about that. Wow. Yeah, Champion card. That's a feat. Got the first art rare. Got a nice Dragonair. Definitely a solid art rare. Tom says, need me that Blastoise. Pulled Zard the other day. Well, big pull. Congrats, dude. Hope we do get you that Blastoise. Rusty, how do you feel about the prices that went for your sample cards? I think they went about right. I mean, I think that they're worth way more, but obviously I'm the only one. So I let them go. I decided that sample cards, I've got my own personal set. I don't need to keep all the other ones that I had that were set back. But there are still some more coming through. The Pikachu I really wish would have went for a higher price. I always get people, what annoys me, I get people who come like after the auction, like, hey, if the second high, or if the bidder doesn't, you know, pay for it or whatever, I'll buy it for the same price that he wanted for. I'm like, why didn't you just bid on it? And some people say that, you know, they missed the auction or whatever, but how is Gixin not like a normal thing that people use at this point? Like, if I've been using it for years, I feel like everybody should know what Gixin is. Like, it's just a free sniper. It's perfect for not having to worry about your bids. You just set it and forget it. There's a Blastoise. And then it's also great for, you don't have to worry about your bids being shielded up. Like, you don't have to put in a big bid and then worry about somebody just slowly knocking the bid up. If you bid last second, you snipe, nobody can push your bid up. Got a Venomoth. But still, I had a few people reach out to me like, hey, I'd buy this sample Pikachu. I'm like, man, for that price, I'd buy it back. But the guy did pay, and it was shipped out yesterday morning. So it's gone. It was my last extra. I only have the one sample Pika left in my personal collection, but I bet I've graded 10 PSA 10s of that. West Bragg is back. Momo says, watching these breaks keeps me from opening all my backup packs. Your backup packs? What are your backup packs? Dustin says, any more orders lined up after this one? As of when I refreshed it, no, there were not. It was just this order. Like this was the last one. Ghost said, people are ridiculous. Well, who's ridiculous? You guys are talking amongst each other. I'll jump in the middle of your conversation. I try to put the pieces together. Zard lurking. I wanted that CGC Zard error and forgot to use it. You talking about the the misalignment for tops? That one I was surprised it did pretty good. It went for like $300 or something like that. What's it called? Gixin. So it's like Gixen. You pretty much log into your eBay, give them authorization, but now you can set your bids. You just take the item number and you put the bid and you set it. Like, it'll bid for you like the last 5 seconds or something. You don't have to be awake. You don't have to look at anything. I do that for anything that like if I have a bunch of cards I want to bid on, I'll just get the item number, put my bid in there, and then I won't even look at it for the next 10 days. Tom says, could you throw in that Venomoth reverse? Let me run back through there and get it. Got a nice Squirtle. Where was Venomoth at? There's Jolteon, Poliwhirl, Persian. Guess I could say all the Pokemon. Alex said, yeah, don't want to bid against yourself. Yeah, I mean, it won't bid against you. You just put your high bid in there. You can also subscribe to the mirror service, so it's like a backup in case there was like an internet glitch or something. Nice Wartortle. Ghost said, I saw that Lugia 10 sold for $20.25. Missed out on it. Yeah, that one went for pretty close to the buy now price that I had on it. West Bragg, TCA Gaming, you should talk to Gixin and people about partnering with them and get paid to spread the word. I wonder if they would. Because, I mean, I've been talking about Gixin for a while now. Here, I'll put it in the chat for you guys. www.gixin.com. Like, it looks really old school, but it's super simple and it works. Manuel G says you're one of my favorite YouTubers, bro. Well, I appreciate that. There's a lot better YouTubers out there, but I'm glad that I'm one of your favorite. Zard Lurking said, yeah, it went for more than I thought too. I still would have bought it. There's a Tangela. So we still need the Master Ball and we need the SR still. Zard Lurking. I appreciate the compliment, man. Oh, didn't get the Blastoise, but you got a Charizard. Look at that. About time. We haven't pulled a good SAR in a long time. Well, I mean, we've only opened up maybe like 10 boxes or so, but still. Vulgar says, I'm kind of novice with the newer cards. What's the best card to pull from this Japanese 151 set? That's it right there. That Charizard. Got a Tentacruel. Oh, there goes the chat. I think the Pikachu Master Ball. Oh, so Momo says Pikachu Master Ball. If it's free, they probably don't want it. Now, there should be a Master Ball in here, I'm hoping. Oh, there it is. Magnemite. I saw yellow. And I was like, man, is it going to be the Pikachu with the Charizard? Pariah says, Rusty, if you endorse something, people listen. Well, I appreciate that too. Look at that. Bam. 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, so you got one extra hit in the box. Was it an extra 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, I think it was an extra EX. Oh no, the Venusaur, the Venomoth wasn't a hit. That's why. All right, so let me get a second one for this because oh wait, no, this one says no bolt. All right, cool deal. Now, you could probably trade that Charizard and get you 2 Blastoise. Ghost said someone pulled Master Ball Mewtwo last week. Here, that was nice. That is what happened, wasn't it? All right, let's see see if there is another order. If there is, we'll just keep going. I know Dustin was asking about it. Oh yeah, we got 2 more. We got 2 more orders lined up. Dustin, you are next. And then after that, Rosalind, you'll be after Dustin. We'll just keep it rolling. All right, so Dustin picked up another Stellar Crown box. Nice. This is order 6711. This one's got kind of loose wrap, but nothing like that first one, or technically the second box from the case. This will be the 3rd box from the case. So Tom says, "Oh yeah, that's the plan." Alex says, "I purchased a ton of slabs from your eBay. I can't thank you enough." Sounds like I should be thanking you, right? You're the one buying from me. I want people to buy the cards. That's why I put them up there. Carl said probably a Blastoise, Venusaur, and Zapdos for that Zard. Oh, really? I didn't realize it was that big of a difference. Raboot. Have we seen that one? I feel like we would had to have seen it, but I don't remember it. Will Zard Lurking. Maybe one day we'll sit down and we'll break bread together, brother. Although it may not be as calm as you might think. There's a bunch of kids and there's me and my wife trying to keep them straight. Tom says, second 151 box you opened for me, and I think I got most of the pulls now. Well, great. There's Melmetal. Dustin, everybody's wishing you good luck. Alex said, you're fair. Always buy now. They're fun slabs. Yeah, and if you ever see a slab that you want and the price is obviously like out of date, just send me a message and be like, hey, I'd love to buy this card, but I'm seeing everybody else at like a third of the price of what you have it at. Can you check out the price and update? And, if that's the case, then we'll update it. It'd be a lot easier if you did a little bit of the work for me. Like, I see this price at 40, you're asking 100. Could you match everybody else? There's certain things that I won't do that with, but anything that's like niche for sure. Well, niche, but there's a market out there for it. Zard Lurking 92 says, I have 2 girls, 6, and soon to be 5. So I can imagine. And mine are 7 and 9. They're developing that attitude. Been having to straighten that out lately. My son's 4, going on 20. When I was teaching math earlier, everybody was crying on me. We were learning how to show subtraction patterns from a story and then solve for the unknown variable. Archaludon evolves from Duraludon. Mr. Walrus, Z&G Emporium, lowest consignment rates. I'll say it all out there for you. When you stream it on eBay Live again. Well, I don't know. I've thought about it. Kind of looks nice. It looks really nice, don't it? Because when I did do it, it was a very smooth process, and the prices were really good. But there were so many non-payers. I don't know. It might be something that I explore more in the future. Old School Pokemon's got a pretty cool setup. Nice full art Crispin. But I don't know how well like super high end stuff will do it doing that kind of live auction. African Veteran Algebra is advanced for that age. Alright, bro. You name whatever you want to name for that. Because your bulk just went into the floor. And I'm not going to attempt to send that to you. I tried putting it in the box. We're going to continue with your full arts and your ultra rares. What I can do is I can give you a fair price back for your bulk. Or if there are specific cards you want, I will try to find them. Or we can just open up more packs and replace them. We'll figure out a way to take care of that. Because I know that wasn't cool. But I'll wait for your response while I go through some of these chat things. Cause that was a lot of bulk that just fell into the floor. Hitting stuff on the way down. Like my lap in a box. Nice looking Orthworm. Yeah, heavily played. But algebra, algebra really, it's just, I mean, you're putting a letter to something that you're trying to solve for. They're struggling right now with like the subtraction with the letter in there. And then you put it into word form, and the way they make you teach it, or they want you to teach it, is a little different than the way we learn. PSA 3 energies. Yeah. I don't think they bent on the way down, but there's a good chance that you're going to see a nice dent along the side of the cards. Definite party foul. Zard Lurking. Yeah, no kidding. Grade school seems to be way more advanced nowadays. Got a nice little Cinderace there. Justin says, no worries, man. If you want to scoop up what's available, that's cool. I'll scoop them all up if you want me to. But we still got to get you something free. So if you want, I can just give you $10 back on the total order. Or I can give you 3 free packs from... how about 3 Hidden Fates packs? That'd be kind of... those are worth way more than $10. But you might not get anything from them. And I don't know if you want Hidden Fates. Or I could give you like a handful of packs from another set or something like that. And I'll still give you those cards, but just to make up for the fact that they all just, I mean, they're in the floor, dude. They're not even, they're not. There's nothing in my lap. They fell. I had the whole half of a box stack in my hand. There's a nice Hydrapple. Alex says, when it doesn't come natural, math can be very hard. Well, I'm also trying to push several lessons in a day because they're going less days a week. They're only doing like 3 days a week because Mondays they've got like this co-op thing where they go and they do something else pretty much. But then the lessons that they learn towards like the end of year curriculum where they got to take a standardized test, that's all like crammed into like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we have off. African veteran says, don't feel bad, man. I messed up an order at my restaurant today. That's a little different. People are mad at you for a second, but then they eat your cheeseburger anyways. Mr. Walrus says, you doing Chicago next month? No, not me. I do one convention a year. That's Charlotte. That's about it. Carl said, hit that SV49. Momo said, I was great at math until I took calculus. Oh, come on now. Calculus is like its own little thing. Like you can teach calculus to somebody who doesn't know anything about geometry and a few other things like that. I like calculus. That's what I wanted to teach when I was going to go into teaching. But I got a degree in secondary math education. Like that was going to be my ideal subject, teaching calculus. Dustin said, I'm not stressing it. You don't have to give anything for free. I appreciate the offer though. Well, you're still going to get something for free. So let me, I'm gonna halfway scoop up what we have here. I think they fell pretty much in order. So maybe it'll only be like a few cards that, you know, got that dirt look. You ever take a card, you just like, you see a kid wipe it off the table and then just, like you can just hear it. Like you know exactly what just happened. You saw a bunch of smears on it. You might get a little bit of that. But I'm going to scoop them up. I'm going to leave some of these cards upside down and turn them the wrong way. That way you know which ones that were that way. And then I'm going to get you 3 Hidden Fates packs. Because I think that would be cool to see. Maybe we'll pull you the Charizard. Some of them actually fell back into the case, so those shouldn't be too bad. I think I got all of them. Nice little stack there. See that hair? Just pulled out a little, look like an eyelash. Alright, so we'll put these off to the side, and then we're going to grab these 3. 1, 2, and 3. Alright. Nick says, you homeschool, right, Rusty? Well, we are this year. We're seeing how it goes. Like, if you'd asked if I was going to homeschool when I was younger, man, it was just no way. But, I don't know, I kind of like it now. All right, you got a baby shiny with the Dartrix. Yeah, but algebra you learn in middle school. I mean, you learn a good bit of it in elementary now. Pack number 2, nothing there. All right, pack number 3. Well, you got 2 hits in that one. You got a Pinsir and a Magnezone. So maybe that'll make up for, you know, some of those packs that were in there that weren't the best. Although, I want to keep opening. Let's open up a few more. We'll just throw some more in there just from like a random set. We'll do Twilight Masquerade until we hit something, at least an illustration rare or a secret rare, full art, something like that. So it has to be at least a full art, an illustration rare, an SIR, or like a secret rare. And then we'll include that with the order too. All right, Dustin, you were being very kind about it, and I know it's just bulk that I dropped, but still, it's not cool. Got a nice Greninja on that one. And then I think there was someone else lined up. Sorry you're having to wait an extra minute. I want to make sure that I make this right though. Got an Ursaluna. Alex said it's surely a lot of dedication, but also rewarding too. Yeah, I had to go through and like plan out like all the lessons I was going to have them learn. There we go. It's got a nice Carmine. This looks like it might be one of the SIRs for Twilight Masquerade. So we'll put these over here to the side. All right. There you go, Mr. Dustin. There's my apology for you. I don't know if you were looking for Carmine, kind of off center, but if you're looking for any other cards, being an SIR, you might be able to get a little extra value out of that and find something else you were looking for. Legend of Luke, can't beat the flexibility as a family with homeschooling. That's what we're looking forward to. We've got several vacations planned. Some of it we're going to be doing homework on. Others, I don't know yet. Alex said, or Westbrack, algebra is when I started slipping. And Alex said, yeah, you'd be surprised how little algebra people know. Some people don't even know that they know algebra, though. They make it out harder than it is. Like if you got an apple and 55 cents, how much more do you need to get $1? That apple's worth 45 cents, right? A equals 45. We just did algebra. But sometimes people just don't make the connection that, that can be algebra. I like slopes and that kind of stuff too, with the graphs and how it carries over into chemistry with acceleration, speed, velocity, all that kind of stuff. But you got to have that foundation to build it up. All right, Rosalind. Sorry, I made you wait extra. Order 6712. And you picked up a 151 booster box. I don't know how many of these I've actually got available. I think I put up 6, and somebody had bought 1. So I think at most we would have 7 available for tonight. But these continue to be one of the best sellers, pretty much no matter what price they're at. Like even when they were at $220 on the for these lives, you guys are still buying them. That's why I think this is such a good set to have in the lineup and just to have in stock. All right, Carl said that's like $100 card. Oh, nice. So you definitely should be able to sell it and get a little something out of it. Bam, 151. She looks like Nagatoro. Who's Nagatoro? Pack number 1. It's going to be hard to beat that Charizard, but maybe we can hit a God pack. That'd be pretty cool. Checks say basically the same cost as daycare right now. Just will continue with about the same. We never did daycare. It always seemed expensive as it was, but my wife, she quit her job to stay home with Emma about 6 months after she was born. That's how long we've been living off Pokemon. That was in 2014. Nice Caterpie. Dustin, I appreciate it, Rusty. Definitely can't go wrong with an SIR. Good. I think that should pay for all the bulk. Ghost said, went to grab a bite to eat. I'm back. What's up, man? We are still going. Got the Ninetales. All right, so now our main hope's going to be in that God pack. I don't think I've ever seen more than one SR pulled in a box, but has anybody in here ever seen that happen? At least for 151 anyways. Alex said, you're so positive. I love it. You're insanely right, though. They just haven't had it shown to them appropriately. I will say, being the teacher of my child, that can be a little bit challenging. Because they just want to break down and cry at times when they get something wrong. They're used to being like perfect at school. And they'll take days to do a lesson and go over and make sure everything's right. And I'm like pushing 2 lessons a day, giving them homework. But I know that they can do it. And it's not that much homework. And they're already getting off a whole extra day. So you can use some of this time. Independent study. Do homework. This is what you're going to be doing when you get to college. It's what pretty much real life is about. Having that motivation and reminder to do stuff yourself. So I figure if I can teach that to them when they're young, maybe it won't be so hard, especially transitioning if they ever do decide to go to college or be out there in the real world. Nick said derivatives is calc, right? Yeah, but you can learn. I think you learn some of that before you get to Cal. But yes, ski slopes. You can learn about. You can do ski slopes. You can draw that stuff up on a graphing calculator. Hey, Vitality, what's up, man? Mr. Walrus again. Oh, he's talking to Legend of Luke. Alex says, yeah, the Carmine is a slick pull. I find it crazy how quickly I forget some of these cards. If we pull the stuff, maybe because I'm looking at it only for a second and then I'm just sending it on down the line. African Veteran is calling out Roslyn. Are you here? You just pulled a Psyduck. You should still have 2 EXs, 1 AR, and then a Master Ball. So Alex says he has seen a gold and a full art in a box. African said we did 1 lesson a day when I was in school. It's the War Turtle. I got a golem. Alex said you learn what a slope is, and a derivative is a continuous definition of a line slope. And I've probably forgotten a lot of stuff too. Remember, like the derivatives, you know, like x squared plus x would be 2x plus 1. But man, I haven't done that stuff, man, I guess since college. 12 years or more. But I did love my Texas Instrument graphing calculator. Downloaded Tetris on it. Hey, another Starmie Master Ball. I think we've had that one twice now. Yeah, you could play games. Sit in the back. I never had Tetris, or I probably would have wore my batteries out. I like some Tetris. Mr. Walrus said that's rough, Luke. Oh, he's going back to Luke. TCA, top 3 things you hate about old school. Ooh, there's so many. No, old school's pretty cool, dude. His titles, they're subpar compared to mine. We're gonna have to go with that. That's gonna be one. It shouldn't be this hard for me to think. He doesn't grade as much as he should. So, I don't even know. I'm just making stuff up. Man, old school's such a cool guy. There's the Elite Trainer box promo. I wish I had more to say, but old school is such a good guy. Even when I think about things that I don't typically like in other people, he's got it nailed down pretty good. He's definitely a gem in the hobby, one of the top guys out there. So I'm going to go the opposite direction with that. I'm going to have to say that I don't know if there is anything. He's welcome at my house any day. All right, here we go. There's your 9 hits. Didn't have the Charizard level SR. Not too bad on the SRs. I'd say I like Snorlax, but I'd probably say my favorite would have to be the Psyduck. Now, was this Snowball? Oh yeah, this is Snowball. Check says iPhone's new update has an updated scientific calculator. Man, that don't surprise me. They can just do that forever. Legend of Luke says no YouTube uploads ever. Yeah, man. I tell you what, he works like a dog with them lives. I think he what does it 5 days a week now or something? Like he made it he made it a little bit better. Okay, so David, we have you next in the lineup. Man, we're just rolling right along. We did the end of stream giveaway, and you guys are just packing them in still. All right, what did David pick up? He picked up a 151 box as well as a Stellar Crown box. Nobody else picked up 2 boxes, right? Yeah, I don't think they did. If I mess up your order and I forget something, you guys tell me. So we got both coming in with David. So he's got the 151 as well as Stellar Crown. And they are both no bulk. Alright, so we're going to roll right on. Here's the 151. And then we have the Stellar Crown. We'll do the Stellar Crown first since we just did a 151. And then we'll finish off with the 151. Mr. Waller said, hey, after I changed the titles, the singles are selling. There we go. Yeah, he's lucky to have you doing all that stuff, man. I wouldn't want to deal with the singles. I did for a little bit, and then that stuff got turned off real quick. Zard says, grading is overrated unless you hit the specials. Well, I don't do that much with CGC or PSA anymore. I do more CGC because you can get like much better rates if you grade higher volume. But you know, a lot of times you're right. If you just sold the card and just forgot about grading the stuff, you'd sell it faster and you would hit a really good price point. Doc's Bun. Check said, I'll have to see your formatting. I don't think anybody, there's not too many people who do it like I do. I always prioritize the things that I think are essential to the listing itself for the specific item that people are searching for. And that's why I always put the grade, the grader, the grade, the condition. Sometimes you don't really need the condition, but I think that's good for visibility. And then the card name, set name. And then stuff after that really doesn't identify it in any particular way. A lot of people start with Pokemon. To me, that I don't know why you do that. It seems to be the most general thing, but I don't know. Not as many people agree with me. I've got a few things sitting in the PSA vault that transferred over from the eBay vault, and those are still pretty bad. Although I think Cam was supposed to be working on them things. Alex said, I had to take my student's phone if they wanted to use the bathroom. Oh, that must have been that other conversation. But if you're talking about kids wanting to go to the bathroom during class, my kids don't. They better use it before or hold it. When I was in high school, we had phones, but it really wasn't a thing. Social media wasn't as big as it is now. MySpace was like, that was it for social media. D-Stas says he had those Topps Chrome packs about a year ago. I would not mind opening up some Topps Chrome again if I could find a decent price box. Zard says we need another giveaway for the giveaway. Sparkling Crystal. Ghost said end of stream giveaway was half an hour ago. Zard's, he second said he would like to open up Topps again. Topps Chrome. Regular Topps, probably going to let that go. And I don't think I spent enough time on this one. This is one of the bigger hits of the set, right? The Squirtle. We haven't pulled that one or the Bulbasaur of the set tonight. Momo said, that's my chase. Are you talking about the Squirtle? First Lapras of the night, I believe. Ooh, got a nice looking Zeraora. Mr. Walrus says, 5 first words are the most important. Pokemon being the first one makes more sense than anywhere else in the listing. Nah, I disagree with that. Pokemon is a broad general thing that doesn't even have to be in the title because it's already listed as the TCG. I put it in there just to have it in there, but I don't like Pokemon as the first one. I only have it in there just in case people like Control F and they're doing something like that, or like have it in italics. And I don't even know if it has to be in there for that. It's like set. You don't even have to put set in the title anymore. I put it in there, but that's like one of the last things that I put in. Like it's my lowest priority anyways, because if you put the set down there in the item specifics, I think if you search with the set, then it'll pull up. And then there's certain sets that will exclude items like Legendary Collection. If you have collection in that title with Legendary, they still exempt it from the vault, or not from the vault, but from authentication, which that's just annoying. Yeah, there's no bulk on this one. But I think more people agree with you, because there's a lot of people who just put Pokemon first. And the year, like nobody's searching for the year unless it's something niche like 1999, 2000. Alex says mid-test. They just got to set it on my desk. It's rather simple. Man, I'm like checking their tests as they're doing their homework right there in front of them as soon as they hand in the test. Got an Orthworm. So Momo says it's the third best. I think she's talking about the Squirtle. Check says got my first cell phone at 18. Glad we lived without them growing up. I got my first. I was probably almost 18, 2008, and it was because I was on my way to college and I needed to talk to my girlfriend. Ooh. African Veteran says the first part of my listings is the year. Oh, come on, man. No, don't do that. You're trolling me now. Nobody's searching for the year. Maybe they do that in sports. Nancy says was hoping for bulbs but won't complain about Squirtle. Maybe we'll get it. We'll get both of them. Alex says, yeah, it's tough. I don't like doing it, but it's simply too strong. Oh, man. I think I jumped into that conversation again. I got to quit quoting the conversations that aren't for me. Just talking to Momo. Mr. Walrus, in theory, with the item specifics, titles aren't as important anymore. eBay reps said algorithms are favoring item specifics more and more. The only thing I don't like about that is some of those you can't get taken away once they get in there, like the vintage, yes or no, and sometimes I forget to update that. I typically have 7 to 9 item specifics, but it's like card stock, yes. Nintendo, the set, Pokemon TCG, Pokemon card type, Pokemon. It's like real generic stuff. The only thing that I changed, I think, with all of them is the set itself. And then I know the grade, like the condition, like those aren't in the item specifics, but I got to change those too. And I can see them favoring that more and more. I can see them favoring stuff that's sponsored as well. Like I pay for a listing, and you go to my listing, there might be a scrolling banner for somebody who sold 1 million items now that's advertising their items at the top. Then there's my item, and then there's a bunch of other items from somebody else, and then it has it at the bottom of a bunch of other listings that are being advertised for other sellers. And it's like, why are they doing this on the listing that I paid for? You know, but it's just a part of eBay. Last pack here. Got a Galvantula EX. Mr. Walrus says, I think titles matter for Google searches outside of eBay a lot. I could see that, but I've never really looked into like what all goes into that stuff. Here are your hits again for your box. And then we still have the 151 box. Texting was tough back in 08 unless you had a flip out keyboard. Yeah, it was pretty rough. I mean, you had limits on your minutes, your internet. You could take pictures. They weren't great. Anytime I think about my original flip phone, I think about how I used to ride my bike, and every now and then it would just fall out of my pocket because I wore gym shorts everywhere, and it would hit the brick in the courtyard at NC State, and it would just skid along the whole way. I mean, I'd be flying on my bike, And it did that so many times that the whole screen was just completely scratched off of the outside of the black plastic. But it never broke. That thing worked. And now I feel like if you drop a phone halfway the wrong direction out of your pocket into the couch, so you're going to have a cracked screen. All right, we don't have a second leftovers Master Ball. Jaden, out of everything you've ever done with Pokemon cards, like unboxing or trading or grading or whatever, do you think you overall profited? Probably the most out of those, probably grading. Yeah, I'd probably say grading. Trading, not so much. Unboxing, for a while there, I mean, that was profitable. But I just don't do it as much anymore. African Veteran said, what's wrong with the year? I mean, just nobody's going to search by the year. Like, who looks up this War Turtle and puts in 2024? To find this card, you need to know his name, and you need to know 171. Like, that's going to be the least amount of terms that you put in to find this card. And if you want it in the 10, you're going to put in PSA 10, CGC 10, or you might put in 10, and then you might search for both PSA and CGC, or you might just put 10 in there. I don't know why you'd put year in there, though. Like, there's not many cards that need year for Pokemon, in my opinion. But again, PSA, they're that's like one of the things that's automatically stuck in there. That's what the eBay vault would stick in there too. Legend of Luke, I put my birth date first. Is that wrong? You know what's wrong? Us putting our month, then the day, then the year. Yes, I'm used to it, and I'm pretty American about it. But I would it makes more sense to go day, month, year, or maybe even year, month, and day. I mean, go reverse order, but not like stick the middle one in the beginning and then the least in the middle and then the year last. Zard lurking, year is the least important for Pokemon. The actual name of the Pokemon, the number is important. Yeah, I agree with you there. There we go. Got a Nidoking, and I don't even know the name of that one. Looks like Pokeball. Got a gold rare. Mr. Walrus says, I think we average 20-ish item specifics. Whew, man, that's a lot of things to check for the items. It takes me 30 seconds to list an item, but I guess if you guys got like a list or two that just kind of, if you sell similar and you've got a bunch of items that are all in the same set, that could work out for you. African Veteran says, year is pretty important in Magic the Gathering because of all the reprints. Yeah, I could see it being important in certain games. It's just, in Pokemon, I don't know anybody who searches by that. Bulger said he had that Sidekick phone that had the flip-up keyboard. My keyboard was 111-222-44. You know, that's how I got to letters. Those phones were built different back then. Well, they were built. They were built to actually withstand a little bit. Because they were only $40 or they were free instead of $1,200, and they need to resell a bunch of them. Yes, I rock the cargos as well. Zard lurking for Yu-Gi-Oh! 2. Those TCGs are very year specific. Anytime I look for Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, I don't typically search by the year. But I'm just like a straight old school collector too. Got the Alakazam. Boss's Orders Master Ball. I bet that's not too bad for a trainer. Ghost said, remember Jinko jeans, the big pockets and huge pant legs? I do remember them. I never wore them. I didn't wear pants. I always wore shorts. Cargo shorts is about as fancy as I would get. African Veteran says he primarily sells trainer cards. I still don't know how the year would apply with that either, though. Are you like a Japanese trainer seller? Like an old school or something, maybe? Momo Master Ball. Bulbasaur, he's calling it. Didn't get this one, but still pretty good. Zard Lurking said, I more than doubled my eBay sales this year just by adjusting my titles a bit, but I'm a small seller. Yeah, and I'm not saying my way is the best. That's the way that I want it, so that's the way that I go for it. I stick Pokemon card at the very end. And really, I mean, the whole last 3 digits of the PSA cert or CDC cert, that's probably a terrible tactic, but it really helps me with organization. Vulgar says it was T9 texting. I don't know what it was called. I didn't do much of it. I probably broke 5 phones by just throwing them because I'd get mad when a phone wouldn't work or glitch, and I would just chunk the thing. Now I would break them, as in I would crack them or do something like that, but the phone would still work. Nice Charmander AR. So the biggest hype phone that I remember from when I was a kid was the Razr. Man, like if you had that thing flipped up and had like the shiny blue on it, you were the rich kid. That thing cost like $90 or something. Pokey Chef, what's up, man? He says he's just popping in to say what up. Hope all is well. If you ever get a chance to put those steak knives to use. Yes, we actually cooked some steak 2 or 3 days ago. However, there was something wrong with that steak. It was so mushy. It was kind of weird. And yeah, it had the nice sear on the outside, both sides. Typically, man, steak, it just cooks really well, but like it was so tender on the inside. It was like it was over tenderized or something. I've never had anything like it. All right, here we go. There's your 9 hits. You got a secret rare for your SR. You got your 3 ARs right there. Master Ball. You got 4 EXs. I do agree with you, Mr. Walrus. You do need to be consistent. Because people can recognize like your pictures where you have them online, as well as like your titles. Makes it easy for me to recognize my stuff when I'm going through like scrolling. If I could disconnect myself from having to deal with any of the customers, I think I could let somebody list everything and sell everything for me. But as it is, I get up every day, I check every message, and like I take all my customers personally, as well as the feedback and all that stuff. Like anytime there's an issue with feedback, like I'm reaching out with that guy trying to figure out a way to fix it, unless they're just blatantly vulgar, and then usually I have coverage for that kind of thing. All right, so I know I just slowed down quite a bit in these last 2 orders, but let me see if there's another order that's come through. If it has, we'll keep going. If not, that might be... Yep. All right, so we have another one. So, Michael, you are next. We'll just keep rolling right along here, guys. All right, so what'd he pick up? Oh, he got 2 151 pack boxes, no bulk. This will be order 6714. I might make it a little exciting. I'll take both of the boxes and mix the 20 packs together, so it'll be 40 packs at once. Although, if you didn't have a Master Ball, if you don't have a Master Ball, then we'll give you an extra box. If you don't have 2 Master Balls, then we'll give you 2 boxes. But like I said, we've only seen that. I think we've only had it happen once. This would be pretty cool. Now I guess if we pull an SR or 2 SRs right off the bat, both of the boxes will just be like looking for the illustration rares and Master Balls. Zard Lurking said the Razr was so popular back in the day, very expensive at the time. I'm pretty sure it was like $90. I mean, it was expensive, but I could be remembering that price wrong, because looking at prices of phones now, that doesn't even sound like that would be possible. Matitude probably had lab-grown meat. It was delivered from Sam's Club. And usually their meat isn't too bad. But I do remember Dan, Catch 'em All Collectibles, saying something about he was mad to learn that Walmart tenderizes their meat. So I'm wondering if, if that's what happened with that, since it was Sam's Club. But I don't know if Sam's Club actually tenderizes the meat, and I don't even know if that's what causes the meat to be really mushy. So here we go. See if I can. There we go. I'm not a side deck shuffler. And I forgot about the flaps, so this might not work. It didn't work out too bad. There we go. 40 packs. Let's see what we can get here. Maybe I can get the table to stop shaking. Yeah, I know a few people had the blackberry. Mac Doggy, I hop back in, Rusty. Alright, pack 1 dud. Mr. Waller said, let me list. I can be sassy to message replies too if needed. Man, I used to be pretty brutal in my messages. Like, very, very blunt, we'll put it that way. And I wasn't opposed to calling somebody an idiot or something like that. I quickly learned like that didn't work in online business. And now I'm like the exact opposite. I try to be very understanding. I've had several returns open up this past month. Because how I send out booster boxes now, got a Golem right there, got an SR. It's very similar to the way that I think old school used to do it. So when you have a booster box and you want to put it into a padded flat rate or a box or something like that of a small size, you can put it into the Elite Trainer, tape up the Elite Trainer, and then put that in a box or bubble mailer or something like that. But I keep having people open up cases against me. What's wrong? What's going on with that? Is that like a... Why are those overlapping? Is that normal? Is that like where the hollow full ends and starts back over? But I've had people open up cases against me. I don't remember that. I don't think I've seen that before. I'm going to send you those cards too because I think that's kind of cool. They open up a case against me saying, hey, I didn't order an Elite Trainer, and this is obviously resealed. And I'm like, this has brown tape on it. It's just packaging for your box. Open it up. And then they'll just leave the case open as if nothing happened. Let me know, have you guys seen this thing right here? Have y'all seen that before? Where like they're overlapping? I don't know if that's a common thing or not, but I'm going to pull them out to the side just in case they are. Mac Doggy says, longest live in quite some time. Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's mostly you guys right there. But part of it could be me opening up a little bit slower too. There's a tangle. I think I started out with pretty good pace. Chick said, I've sold 2,300 items so far this year. Only need 175 more years to hit Rusty's item sold. You'd be surprised at how quickly that stuff can start adding up. There's another Tangela. That's unique. That's got to be different, right? That's assuming if I stop selling out. Listen, so how late do we think we can keep the stream going? Alex said, I only had Nokia blue bricks. I had whatever was free. Like with the plan or whatever. And the only reason I had a phone too was because my parents weren't going to put me on a plan. I was put onto my uncle's plan. And I just had to make sure that I didn't use up all the minutes. Yeah, the Aerodactyl seems to be just fine. Pokey Chef said you should get a Jacquard for tenderizing steak, chicken, and pork. They're amazing. Well, I've never really like tenderized meat. I usually just cook it. Mac Doggy, what's the best Master Ball to get? I assume the Pikachu. Somebody else said that was like the big hit in the set. There's a Magnemite. Maybe we'll hit a Pikachu Master Ball and it would be like that. Reverse error. There's a Machoke. Momo says, I got those error reverses from the second print. I think I have a few. Zard Lurking says, I thought they were normal. Gatman says he hasn't seen them. D-Stat says looks to be an error. Alex says it's weird. Come on now. Mr. Waller says Rusty too wholesome to tenderize. I don't know if is there something wrong with tenderizing. Hey, if it makes my steak better, I'll go for it. But if it takes too long, I'm gonna just fire that grill up, throw it on there, get a nice crust on the outside, and eat that sucker. I do add salt, pepper, and garlic, but that's about it. Yep, that one's overlapping as well. My angle's a little different than y'all's angle, so as I'm looking at this stuff, y'all probably want me to just go ahead and move on to the next pack. Dude, when I cook cheeseburgers, like start to finish, it's like a 10-minute process. You get that stuff mashed into a ball, toss a little bit of salt, pepper on it, a little bit of garlic. By that time, the grill, the flat iron, Blackstone, it's warmed up. So you head out there, throw them balls on there, smash it, give it 2 minutes, flip it to the other side, throw some cheese on it, serve it on a bun. You're good. And you're good. I've seen people cook like those thick cheeseburgers and it takes like 45 minutes. Man, I'm thinking that thing is going to be so dry. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had thick burgers that have been pretty juicy, but I'd rather have the thin burgers and stack them. We haven't hit any master balls yet. Pokey Chef, I wonder if everyone knows what using all the minutes means. I don't know what it means. You got me stumped. Mr. Walrus, sous vide is the way to cook steaks fast. And I cook the steaks about the same way I cook the burgers, except I don't smash them. Just get it really hot, throw it on there, cook it for a few minutes, flip it to the other side, make sure it's still really hot. And that's about it. Serve it. Ghost said, been a meat cutter for 18 years. Tenderizing a steak isn't necessary with quality cuts and good grade. Maybe that's what I was missing. Wasn't a quality cut. We have a master ball for Bill's analysis. Got them one of those there. Pokey Chef, chill, sous vide, LOL. Man, y'all are talking in another language right now. I know it, you know it. Okay, Cliff, you pulled the Mewtwo Master Ball, or pulled me that Mewtwo Master Ball last week, and it's worth more than the Blastoise and Venusaur SARs, believe it or not. Wow. I would have never thought. There's the War Turtle. Pokey Chef says, I butcher as well and dry age. Tender cuts don't need you. You'll ruin them. Or tender cuts don't need it. You'll ruin them. Look at that Gyarados overlapping Pokeballs with the hollow Gyarados. I've tried dry aged steaks before. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it was the way they were cooked, but I didn't really like them. The best consistent steak that I've found from anywhere, just Longhorn. I'll go there and get their filet when I'm treating myself. It's like half the price of an expensive place. It's still good to me. It's got a nice crisp, well, not a nice crisp crust, but a nice crust on the outside. Cooked well. Good texture, not too soft. That's probably one of the best steaks for me. There's our other Master Ball. We've got a Kabutops. It's probably not up there with the Mewtwo. Oh, gotcha. Pokey Chef, from what you said, as long as I don't use all the minutes on your uncle's phone. Yeah. All right, so for those of you who don't know what using all the minutes is, you used to be limited on how many minutes you could use on your cell phone when you called. Like, if you talked on the phone for 30 seconds, that counted as a minute. But I think our entire plan's limits, like for our family plan was like 700 or something like that. But if you called after 8 o'clock at night, it was 7 or 8, then the minutes were free. And if you called between 8 and 8 p.m., 6 p.m., or 6 a.m., something like that, the minutes didn't count towards your total. But if you went over, then they started charging you for those extra minutes. You ever heard of rollover minutes? Yeah. Well, that would happen when you didn't use all your minutes. So then they would roll over to the next month, you know. And that was like a big advertisement from many of these places that would try to get your service or try to get you to buy their service. There's our other SR. So now I think our hope is for a God pack. Momo said, Bill, Bill, Bill. Yep. We've been watching Bill Nye on YouTube as well for some of their science. Bill, Bill, Bill. Check says, make sure you always smash the burger and push the grease out. I let it simmer in the grease a little bit, and then I kind of filter it out when before I put the cheese on it. Kyle said Longhorn got the salt levels perfect every time. Almost every time. I've gotten pretty rough with the salt one time before. It was pretty salty, but yeah, they do get it pretty good. Zard says I'm going to log all the hits in tonight's into Bill's PC for science. Do it, man. David said you're an American treasure. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else. I am an American, that's for sure. D-Stat says Longhorn has great steaks. Texas Roadhouse is pretty good, but I almost always go with their chicken fried chicken. Collector with the 10 memberships. Man, thank you so much. Man, look at all these error reverse hollows. Nancy Botwin, David Gilmore, D. Staz, Gatman, Giovanni's Pikachu, K-Duff Live, Brad Mims, Casnovacane. Nope, Casnov 3 Cane. It's probably off. Billy Bad Apple and Matt. You are all just given a free membership to the channel, courtesy of Collector. Wow, thank you for your generosity, man. Go say Collector app. Thank you. Is that really the Collector app? Or is he the guy from the Collector app? Oh, maybe it is. Collector TCG app. I've definitely heard of that before. Kind of reminds me of Pokelector. He used to have a pretty good site for like collecting their stuff, but so if you're given a membership, maybe drop over and see what the Collector app is all about. I've definitely heard of it. I think I want to say Lootbox maybe had that. If you guys remember Lootbox TV, he was doing Pokemon when he first started off. Ekans. Yeah, he's throwing the heart in there. We're going to finish with a Psyduck. All right, man. I'm also going to, Michael, I'm going to make sure you get these. I don't know if you care. I don't know if they're going to be worth anything more. They might not be, but because it's a repeated thing, sometimes people will, there might be somebody out there trying to collect a set of those. Legend of Luke says he loves the Collector app. Ghost says it's pretty awesome as well. You've got some good referrals in here as well. Feel free to let us know what you're doing in there. Collector says, yep, Juice Loot Box is part of our team. I remember he mentioned it to me, not this past Charlotte Collecticon, but the Charlotte Collecticon before that. I just ran into him, and he was showing it to me. And he seemed to be pretty juiced about it. Loot Box, he was one of the first guys to actually come to my place, and he'd bought like loot boxes, some mystery boxes. But he was super nice. I got to eat a Piezilla with him. There was a local place. It's a Mexican restaurant now, but they had these giant pizzas. They were just huge, but you could get all the toppings on them, but it was really good. All right, what order was that? That was Michael, right? Did we got 2 more orders in? All right, we're continuing on. We have the next order with Dustin. You guys are going to slowly keep the stream going. Maybe we'll get to that 4 hours tonight. Who knows? We're already sitting at, what, 2.5? I'm going to have to drink some water eventually. I got a little bit over here. Oh, North Carolina. What's up, dude? We've probably talked about that before. All right, this is Stellar Crown And we're going to keep your box as well. Is that the last Stellar Crown? Here we go. All right, I'm coming back over to the chat now. Matitude says he uses the collector app and he loves it. Bam. Here we go. So Momo says collector is better than Pokelector in my opinion, but still use both. I never used a Pokelector. They always had good pictures, but they'd be like watermarked, but it looked like it was a way for you like to check mark your collection. But the collector app, I don't download hardly any apps, so I couldn't tell you what it's about. Maybe you guys can let us know what the collector app is about. He says their entire team will be at the Atlanta Collecticon. We'll love to see you guys there. Ghost says buyers going in tonight. For sure, man. If we sell through these boxes for these live streams, I'll try to make sure we have more product available. Dustin says I use collector for my sealed and graded collection. Oh, okay, so that's for you can add in more than just singles. And it looks like collector dropped another 10 memberships. So you got Poketino, New Lover, WGW, Dustin Clemens, Wizard Hunter, Lance Machoud, Brady, Aristotle. Good to see you in here again. Got Ace Kenobi and Irvin Ibarra. If you're just listening in and you heard your name called out, it's because you were given a free membership by Collector, the TCG Collector app. Thanks, man. Definitely appreciate you dropping in here and supporting the channel and giving these free memberships out to some of the members. That's awesome, dude. Definitely appreciate the generosity. Got a nice Lileep. You guys could throw him a heart in there too. Oh, and if you are a member now, if you do participate in the chat, you've got extra emojis that you can throw in there. That's where people get like that weird face or the goat. I think you've got a got a Kofu. Somebody said something about Kofu earlier. I think you got to go into like the little emoji section there. So Legend of Luke says helps you track the value of your collection. Oh, that would be very useful, especially if you can put sealed and graded stuff in there. Momo says we're due for another SIR. Any guesses? I hope we get 2 of them in the box. Let's just go big, right? Ghost is calling Briar. David says, love the emojis. And then Momo's calling the purebred dog. Is that the Dox bun? Sometimes I get that stuff right. Sometimes I butcher it real bad. Most of my lunches that I eat here at the shop. Ooh, who called the Briar? Ghost, you called the Briar. There it is, man. Bam. So we were just talking about eating fancy. Yet, I'd probably say over half my lunches are either a Hot Pocket or they're a triple-decker peanut butter sandwich. Those don't go bad. I can buy a Wonder Bread loaf, and like that can sit on this shelf for a month, and so can the peanut butter. Ooh, and a Galvantula EX. And then the Hot Pockets can just stay in the freezer, you know, pretty much until I run out of Hot Pockets. None of that stuff goes bad. And it's super easy, super quick, and very filling. Got a nice grand tree right there. So first half of the box, I think, got a good bit of your thunder. Ghost said, my dog Max is purebred. I've got a pure mutt. My dog's anyways. David Gilmore posting the face emojis. I don't know if I've ever given those faces like in a video. I did those one day. It was like, hey, let's see if we can make some emojis out of these things. And the guy who runs my site, Stefan, he did a bunch of those for me. Terrapagos. Check says Costco frozen breakfast burritos. We don't have a Costco around here, but sounds pretty good. I don't really like burritos that are just straight bean, but I did buy a bunch of burritos when I was in college because they were one of the few things that were hefty but cheap if I needed to like make a late night run to one of the C stores. Momo says, let's see a Bulbasaur. Ghost says, Yim, you plan on opening those heavies. Let me know what you pull if you do. Yeah, let us all know. That way we can update everybody if somebody pulls a Zard. Checks, Rusty didn't even make that face when he pulled the first edition Zard. Well, you couldn't see my face then, right? Ghost said, you definitely didn't, TCA Gaming. The most excited you ever been on video was a corrected Blaine's Charizard. That's about it. Yeah, that one, maybe the No Stage Blastoise, I made a little face. And then you guys couldn't see it, but when I pulled the two Neo Genesis first edition hollows at the same time, it was the Typhlosion and the Slow King, I think, or maybe it was two Slow Kings. I can't remember what it was. I got pretty excited with that. You should have seen all like the bloopers I had when I was trying to make the faces. I would not be looking at the camera the right way, and my mouth would be open kind of weird. Probably should have kept some of those. I mean, it was all of about 5 minutes worth of work, but it stuck once emojis were made out of them. All right, Joltik. I don't know if there's any more illustration rares left in here. Check said, I went to watch that after you mentioned in months ago. Oh, it's talking to Ghost. Mr. Waller said, a few months ago, I saw Rusty pull a Shining Gyarados live, and he yawned. Did I really? Oh, man. I felt like I was excited with that one. Collector, TCA Gaming. By the way, not sure if you recall this, but you created a custom $10 mystery box one of our founders bought from you a few years ago when you used to do mystery boxes for his son, Adam. Or 10K. I don't know. I could probably find the email and remember it, but I do remember doing a few custom ones for people for about that price. So, but that's awesome. Like, I guess you just never know who you work with in the hobby sometimes. Collector said his son just turned 2 and he's keeping it sealed till Adam turns 10. Oh, yeah. I think I do remember that. I want to say... Well, I'm not going to say what I put in it, but I think I remember the main piece I put in there. All right, 1, 2, 3. This was pretty good. 6, 9, 12. This is a 13 hit box. You got the special illustration rare. You got one of these double silver stars. I don't know. I think these are special, even though I'm not sure that they actually are. Like the Lapras, I think really looks really cool with that too. Collector says we still have no idea what's in it. Well, I hope it ages well. Yim says he might hold them. Upload a blooper video at... What's going on? My chat's gone at 75K. Oh, looks like Collector just gifted 50 memberships. So that's probably going to max out my entire chat. I don't know if I have that many people in here. If you are by chance in the chat and you're open to receiving gifts, like your account is open to receiving gifts, you're probably a member now. Unless you're Legend of Luke. Apparently, he doesn't get one. What happened, man? Christopher Ondo. I know that you can get stuff, but they're still coming in. They're going to be coming in for a while because I doubt we have that many people in here. But thank you. Thank you again so much for your generosity. Everyone who has their access to their new emojis, there's some new emoji in there. You don't have to throw the heart. Put a Mewtwo, a Charizard, Typhlosion, something cool. All right, Tim, you are next. We'll get back to the chat here in a second. This is order 6716. I want to make sure this is the right order. Yeah, 6716. So that's 70 memberships, man. All right. So we got Stellar Crown. Let's see if they're still going over here. All right, was Joseph Chang. Looks like he might have been the last one to get one. Emily Elizabeth, I see you in here lurking around. First Tomu says it's not going to get me watch. Make sure your accounts can receive memberships. It says read them all back, TCA Gaming. Well, I've got Joseph Chang, Emily Elizabeth, Ian, Gatman, Christian. Yeah, I'm not going to go all the way through there. But if you were just given a membership, it definitely comes from the collector app. Definitely appreciate that. Momo says, Riff, man, you have definitely been one of the most active in the chat tonight. I don't know how YouTube selects that. Oh, that's exactly what First Tumo said. I don't understand how it gives everybody that's not here and the people in the chat don't get gifted. I'd just make sure that your account is enabled to accept gifts. Because I think that's something that you can have turned off. I don't know how it works, though. Blastoise. First Tomu says he does have them turned on. Matitude, you did not get a membership. Richard, very generous. Yeah, I'm surprised they gave away 50. How many people do we have in the chat? Nick says, everyone chatting isn't great. Yeah, that's about right. That's kind of weird. I wonder if that's YouTube's way of trying to get in people who aren't chatting to join the chat. Mr. Waller says, you don't have to be here to get it. Any random sub can get them. Any random sub? Really? That seems kind of odd. First Tomu, haha, Ghost gifted 300 trying to get me a membership. Had to end up buying it. I truly believe that if you're usually pay for your membership, that it will deliberately not give you a membership because they know you're going to buy it. Yeah, I could see that. Christopher Rondo says he used to be gifted them, but not for a long time. Same thing, checks. He said he gets gifted a lot if he's not watching a channel. Wish there was a way that you could change that. But either way, definitely appreciate the generosity. From the collector app. Momo says, I've only gotten memberships gifted by Mo here. Ooh, look at that. Another special illustration rare. Got the Dox Bun. And there's Sparkling Crystal. So we hit 3 in this case. Right? Yeah, because the first box didn't have one. And that wasn't in the case. Maybe we can get one of those double silver rares as well. I don't know what you call those, but I'd like to pull them one with the rainbow background. There it is, the loaf of bread. Kind of looks like a loaf of bread, don't it? Out on the table. Dude, is that dog made of donuts? Gosh. You know, I thought about doing the donut challenge again because last time I raised money for a charity, we got to the donut level, which was like $5,000 or something, and I was supposed to try to eat 2 dozen donuts, and that didn't happen. Is this no bulk? Yeah, it's no bulk. It definitely didn't happen. I got to 15 donuts. Oh, yeah, we're raising money for mental awareness. That's what it was. Got to 15 donuts and then I bowed out. That was a challenge from Z&G. It still haunts me. So, Mr. Walrus, if you're still here, if he ever brings it up, how I backed out of eating the 2 dozen donuts, maybe one day. That dog got buns. There's a Lacey. I assume that there's a Lacey with the 2 gold stars as well. See, it looks like it's got chocolate on it. See, it's got the chocolate. To me, that looks like a... Yeah, those look like chocolate donuts to me. Y'all say it's bread. I've never seen bread with chocolate on it. African veteran, I'm concerned about your health. I'm doing okay. I can still sprint. I still don't gain weight much. I thought I was getting close to the 175 mark, but it backed off again. I gained 10 pounds after high school. Went from 155 to 165 in college. And then I really haven't been over 175 since then. Ooh, there's the Bulbasaur. We pulled the Squirtle earlier. Mr. Walrus, 24 donuts. I would have never thought you could do it. Well, they're Krispy Kreme. They're not like they're big donuts. They've gotten smaller over the years, so maybe now is the best time to do it. Terrapagos. Zard lurking. Rusty has been blessed with a crazy metabolism. I have. I definitely can't say that I have not. I mean, like this morning I had, like it wasn't a lot. I had, it was just 2 of those toaster strudels for breakfast. For lunch I had a cheeseburger, a hot dog, and some barbecue chips. For supper I had 2 grilled cheese and some soup. And then I had a bunch of snacks, like small snacks in between, like cashews and, well, I did have about a dozen Oreos. Oh, there's the Lapras. I was looking for that one. This is a good box. And I had a Nutter Butter. I stick those in the freezer. Those are really good out of the freezer. But that's been about it. So, I mean, like today I haven't eaten a lot of food, so I'm pretty hungry right now. But I have a feeling if I ever stop eating like all the junk, then my body's going to adjust and I won't be able to handle it anymore. So my rationale is to keep eating it. All right, 1, 2, 3. Got the 6, 9, 12. So this is a 15 box. We got the special illustration rare. Got a couple double silver stars. Got the Bulbasaur. I mean, this is a pretty good box. Momo, I know about the freshman 15. Check says, I wonder if Dan will be able to dunk at next year's meetup. I bet you he will. He's a pretty determined dude. Mr. Walrus, he's in Indy now. Maybe the challenge can resume next year. I might just do it for fun. All right, so there's the end of that. So I think we might actually be to the end here. But before I cut out, I'm gonna just make sure there was not any more in the chat. We'll talk to you guys. You've been great. You guys kept the stream running for almost 3 hours. Nancy said, let me know if you want to trade your bulbs for the Squirtle I pulled. So whoever it was that pulled the Squirtle before that said they wanted the Bulbasaur, contact Nancy Botwin. You might want to exchange information in the chat unless you just know each other. African said, when did I bring up food? Man, I don't even know. Nice Lapras, amazing box. You'll feel better if you keep it down to 1 to 2 sweets a day. Trust me. I mean, maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe I'd just be craving it and then my mind would be miserable. I usually eat something sweet before I go to bed. Like I'll drink a glass of chocolate milk or, just something like that. Nothing too crazy heavy, but I mean, it helps me sleep better. I think it does anyways. G Slabs, can we still buy to open live tonight? Well, if you're going to do so, go ahead and do it now. What I'll do is I'm going to do a 3-pack giveaway. I'll just do something simple. We'll do 3 Hidden Fates packs. And if any orders are in by the time we give it away, and if we don't pull anything from these Hidden Fate packs, then I'll grab some Twilight Masquerade as well. But let me give you guys something for a giveaway. Let's do Hidden F. So that'll be in the chat. All you got to do to enter the giveaway, copy Hidden F. Only do it one time. Put it into the chat. That will enter you into the giveaway for the hits from these 3 Hidden Fates packs. Which, if there are no hits, then I'll just grab a handful of Twilight Masquerade and we'll continue on like that. All right, so let's see what we get. Pack number 1. Nothing there. 3 packs is kind of lame as it is. Let's just go ahead and, even if there is a hit, we'll have 3, 6, 9. We'll have 10 Twilight Masquerade packs as well. So maybe we'll pull that Greninja. Pack number 2. Ooh, that's a pretty good hit. We got the Umbreon GX. I want to say that's probably a top 5 card for the set. Go said if you enter more than once, I'll hammer you. Well, you'll get pulled out automatically by, or you should, by Nightbot. There's the Wimpod Shiny. Wimpod Shiny. Walrus, you don't need those cards. Come on now. All right, we have an Ogerpon EX. We'll put that in the hits pile, but not quite Umbreon level. All right, nothing in that one. Ooh, nice little Cramorant there. So, got to get an illustration rare. Nice full art Blissey. There we go. Getting a nice stack now. Nothing in that pack. First Tomu, that Umbi is one of the last cards I need. So, if First Tomu is not the winner, whoever the winner is, you might be able to reach out and get you a trade in there. Applin got another illustration rare. Come on, Greninja. Greninja's in this set, right? This is the one that's from. Just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Ooh, Dragapult. All right, we have 1 pack left. See if we can finish on a hit. Carmine. I don't think that's like a special illustration rare, but still another full art. Not too bad for 13 packs. All right, so the winner is going to be Just Yuri. I know I've seen you in here before. Congratulations, man. You've won a new car. Not quite a new car. Again, all you got to do is to claim the giveaway. Reach out to my email. Let me know who you are, your delivery address, and I will ship it out in the morning. Shipping, postage will never be something that you have to pay for unless you just want like overnight, which I wouldn't recommend. All right, I'm going to refresh it. If we have another order in, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm not seeing any more orders, so that will be the end of the giveaway, or the end of the stream tonight with that giveaway. I hope you guys have a great week. And then I've got a video coming out tomorrow. It'll be short. It'll be similar to last week's video. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thanks for making this a long stream. It was a lot of fun.